Okay. Everybody should be redirected to this stream now, hopefully. If you're not redirected, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it redirects everybody. Alright, was everybody redirected? Hopefully it redirected everybody. This is the first time I've ever done this, because we've never been live this long. It was like instant, it was like magic. Okay, hopefully it worked. Alright, so once again, we are doing tornado warning coverage. Again, tornado on the ground right now on the storm near Golden City in Missouri. Okay, hopefully it worked. Seamless. Okay, cool, thank you. All right, we don't need the entire chat spammed. I'm glad it worked. We've never done that before. We've never been live long enough to ever have to do that, so I'm glad it worked. Had to click the link. Well, that's unfortunate. Worked for some people, at least. Got kicked out? Okay, well, it worked for some people. Alright, cool. Alright, we're still live. We're not going anywhere for the next probably hour or two with all the activity right now, but had to restart the live stream because that one was about to hit 12 hours long, which is the longest we've ever done. Oh, just had to hit play now? Okay, gotcha. So anybody that was sleeping, which people do sleep watching our live streams, anybody that was sleeping did not get to this point. They couldn't get here. That actually is a thing, by the way. People do sleep watching these live streams. All right, once again, we do have currently, again, a tornado on the ground, or at least as of now, it's been confirmed by radar. Near Golden City, it's going to be approaching Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri. All right, we still have a tornado warning that is east of Oklahoma City right now, near Hara, and as well as Newella. Rotation does not look very strong here, but we'll be watching this area basically near McLeod, moving eastbound. And then further up to the north, we still have 4 different tornado warnings in Missouri. We got one near Richmond right now that's moving northeast. That one does not look like anything anymore. The other one that's also south of Interstate 70, south of Lake Lafayette, does not look impressive either. And then the storm east of Creighton is still there. Just, again, I don't see much there. It looks like mostly wind right now. So the main concern is going to be northwest of Springfield, and it's going to be mostly on the storm that is right now near Golden City, moving towards Lockwood. Again, it's a confirmed tornado as of now, so continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, if you are in this warning. Okay.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning in Missouri. This one's also going to be going towards the Concordia area. So if you're in this warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. That's the rotation that we're talking about right there. East of Odessa. So brand new tornado warning here, moving eastbound. So once again, if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. Rotation doesn't look super impressive on radar, but once again, this is definitely a storm that could produce something as it moves that direction. Just again, not super impressed by the rotation on radar, but doesn't mean it can't produce, just means I'm not impressed. But either way, again, make sure you're seeking shelter if you're in this tornado warning near Concordia, Missouri. Again, this will continue to move east-northeast over the next several minutes. By the way, if you guys do see any reports, you can at me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. I'm going to try to relay some reports. Wow. There is serious damage in Barnesville, Oklahoma. Barnesville, Oklahoma was like literally leveled.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right. New radar indicated tornado warning for those in Lockwood and Golden City. So this one's just been downgraded, at least for now, from confirmed to now radar indicated rotation. Again, that includes Lockwood and Greenfield. If you're in this warning, continue to seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. and an interior room of your home or building, as this will continue to move northeast over the next several minutes. Yeah, this is still a storm that could produce something, so continue to stay in your safe place if you're in this warning. Still a dangerous storm.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Another warning now in Oklahoma. These warnings just never end. The rotation is going to be here just east of Hera, north of McLeod. That rotation looks a bit stronger, so if you're in this warning, you got to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. In an interior room of your home or building. So just like that, we're back up to 8 tornado warnings. And that's the rotation again just east of Oklahoma City right now. Alright. Yeah, the damage photos that I'm seeing from the Barnsdall tornado earlier are just literally heartbreaking. I mean, again, I've retweeted a bunch of photos on Twitter. Just horrible. I mean, again, you can look at the photos for yourself, but the damage is just horrendous. It's really bad. Really, really, really bad. In a hotel downtown Oklahoma City. I mean, you're fine, I think, at this point. The storms have passed you. The tornado watch will be canceled here soon for Oklahoma City after this storm activity gets out of the way. And then we still got storms ongoing across a large chunk of Missouri. A lot of these storms still producing the potential for tornadoes. And the one that was confirmed still is confirmed, but again, it's really not confirmed anymore. This is the one that's near Golden City. Broader area of circulation moving northeast towards Arcola and near Greenfield. Again, if you're in this tornado warning, just continue to stay in that storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. We're going to probably focus a lot more on this storm, but we'll watch the Missouri storms too pretty closely, in case they do anything. Any ratings yet? I don't think we have any ratings from today. And I highly doubt we'll have anything on that Barnsdall tornado for a few days. That rotation is strengthening near Meeker, Oklahoma. You gotta seek shelter again if you're in Rossville or Meeker, Oklahoma. Again, stronger rotation right now just east of Oklahoma City. If you're in Meeker, you gotta get to your safe place now, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. And this is a dangerous storm that is trying to produce a tornado. And no CC drop yet, but that rotation's intensifying right now. That's near Meeker and Rossville, Oklahoma. Just east of Oklahoma City. Could drop a tornado at any time. I'm still watching the storms in Missouri on my phone. If anything pops out at me, I'll definitely go to there, like, ASAP if that happens. A lot of the rotation that I'm seeing right now is broad, so if anything changes, I'll let you know.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Got a new one near Beggs and the Okmulgee area. Something like that. Brand new tornado warning here. If you're in this warning, once again, you got to get to your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Once again, this is currently moving east, going towards Beggs, Winchester, and the Okmulgee area. That rotation's also strong. Unfortunately, we got 2 very strong pockets of rotation right now in Oklahoma. The other ones in Missouri right now are a bit broader, but these 2 are definitely stronger. And if you're in this tornado, if you're in either of these tornado warnings, you've got to seek shelter. Away from windows, lowest floor possible. They are both on the stronger side of things, and they are definitely trying to produce tornadoes. We're right back up, though, to 9 tornado warnings. Just crazy. Literally crazy. This threat just does not look like it's going to be winding down anytime soon tonight. If we need to, once again, I am willing to stay up probably until about 3 or 4 a.m. tonight. So we might have an extensive 16-hour live stream today if needed. So, you know, that might be a necessity after, you know, all this stuff today. We got another tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I mean, this is just endless. We have another tornado warning. This one is stronger, going towards Knob Nonster in Missouri. It's an interesting name. South of Warrensburg. And this could drop a tornado at any time as well as that moves northeast. Velocities haven't updated, but we are watching for a tornado to develop out of this storm, moving northeast, going to be going towards the Knob Nonster area, south of Warrensburg. If you're in this warning, you need to seek shelter immediately, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And this is moving northeast right now, going towards Knob Nonster, just south of Warrensburg. There are now 9 tornado warnings, just for reference. 9. This is the amount of tornado warnings right now in Missouri. Got a bunch of them. And we also got 2 in Oklahoma. Rotation that is right now east of Oklahoma City does not look as strong, but it could still drop a tornado. We're talking about this right here, south of Rossville and west of Meeker. And then the other one is stronger. That is going to be approaching Okmulgee near Beggs, Oklahoma. That one appears a lot stronger. That's your rotation right there. Strong couplet near Beggs, Okmulgee, and Morse and Winchester. Got to seek shelter if you're in this area in Oklahoma. That's a strong couplet moving eastbound. Here's that latest scan. Still an area of rotation. Once again, that is going to be near Beggs and Okmulgee, going towards Winchester and Morris. And you've got to seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, in an interior room of your home or building. This is still a dangerous storm moving northeast. Oh my god. Another
A new
warning.
tornado warning has been issued.
This one is southwest of Springfield. Broad area of circulation here near Cassville and Purdy. If you are in this warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. As yet again, another tornado warning here. This one is in southwest Missouri. This is never going to end at this rate. I mean, this is unbelievable. We are essentially getting the most tornado warnings that we've had all day today with these storms that are just firing up left and right, left and right. It's kind of crazy right now. Circulation near Cordia is now intensifying in Missouri. That could drop a tornado at any time. Got a notch that's developed on that. Very strong inflow. Got a notch right here. Tornado would be located there west of Concordia. That could drop at any time. The one near Warrensburg is a bit broader, but still stay in your safe place. That's going towards Knob Nonster and south of Warrensburg. And then further south, we got three different tornado warnings here. All of this area of rotation is broad. So near Jericho Springs, Greenfield, Lockwood. Strongest couplet right now would be right in here, just northeast of Golden City. Another warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This one's also in Missouri. I mean, this is unbelievable. Another tornado warning near Lowry City, west of Osceola. It's that right there. If you are in this warning, again, seek shelter immediately, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. That is for Lowry City and just west of Osceola and north of Osceola, where we have another strong area of rotation moving east-northeast. I mean, this is unbelievable. We've gotten, I think, 15 or 20 new warnings in the last, I don't know how many minutes. It's crazy. No CC drop on that right now, but that's moving east-northeast. All right. Here are all the tornado warnings in Missouri. We got 6 or 7. Joplin also having reports of damage. We'll get to the damage at some point down the road. We're going to be mostly focused on what's happening right now. The rotation east of Oklahoma City is weakening. The one near Beggs does not look nearly as intense. Looks broader, but still could produce something down the road. And this is your rotation right here near Beggs, just to the west-southwest of Winchester, and going to be approaching Okmulgee. Still radar indicated, but the rotation is a little bit weaker than before. Again, that's moving east right now. And then the storm again east of Oklahoma City is weaker. This would be the area of rotation that we're watching for. It's right here, just to the north of Meeker. If I get pronunciations wrong, it's fine. It's close enough. Okmulgee is fine. It's fine. Damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, still possible near Shawnee and Seminole, Oklahoma. And then the one that's southwest of Springfield, that rotation's still broad. The rotation that's northwest of Greenfield, still broad. Lowry City is still broad. And then Warrensburg and Nonster is still broad. And then the one near Concordia is a bit stronger. This one actually has a more of a QLCS notch. So, yeah, we're watching a lot of storms. I'm not going to keep going and zooming by every single one of them. We're just going to focus on really a couple of storms at a time, because otherwise it's going to get too crazy. I've just gone back and forth like 6 times in a row. And my voice probably can't handle going back and forth a ton. But this is an entire QLCS that's developing right now in Missouri. I mean, we got a QLCS tornado risk that's going to really ramp up here over the next, couple of hours across Missouri. And that's going to keep going across most of Missouri, probably all the way up until St. Louis. By the way, unrelated to what's happening now, but a 10% hatched risk has just been expanded for tomorrow across the Ohio Valley. We will be live again tomorrow, so make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Another significant tornado threat is expected tomorrow. Alright, trying to see if there's any other reports on Twitter right now on these storms. I'm not seeing anything new as of right now. But if that changes, obviously I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know. Okay. QLCS is quasi-linear convective system. QLC, yeah, that's what that means. Basically, it's just a fancy word for, tornadoes that are embedded in a line of storms. That's basically what that is. And so we're going to continue to see that for the next several hours, essentially. And that'll continue throughout much of Missouri, for sure. The tornado warning near Okmulgee is kind of broadened out, but still stay in your safe place in case you're in that warning. The storms that are back over in southern Oklahoma that are discrete have struggled to get going, so luckily that threat is not materializing. But the threat that is going to be materializing is this entire QLCS situation that's developing now in Missouri. Expect a lot of tornado warnings here over the next few hours with this activity. We're going to have a lot of notches, lots of areas of rotation, and it's going to continue to ramp up as we go throughout the next few hours, especially if you are in western or central Missouri. This rotation will be going probably towards Springfield, for the record. Will you see a tornado? It's kind of a waiting game. I mean, you're not far from these storms, so you'll probably know sooner rather than later, but it's definitely possible that we could get maybe a tornado out of this activity as it approaches the Springfield area. "14 warnings simultaneously is absurd. Should have been here earlier. I think at one point we had like 40 warnings almost at once. It's pretty close to it. For those that are wondering about St. Louis and whatnot, I think damaging winds still is the main concern later tonight, and then maybe a low tornado risk. Granted, the tornado risk in Missouri should stay medium for now and then lower once it gets closer to St. Louis. And then Oklahoma should be a lower risk as we go later into this evening. Could still see a strong tornado with anything discrete, but I think most of this activity will be linear. Don't have really any storms firing up out in front of this area, so threat should be a bit lower there. Hopefully, but we'll see. And again, I'm planning on being live at least for the next 2 hours, maybe a bit later if needed. So again, we're probably going to continue to have a lot of warnings overnight tonight. I do think it's going to stay very busy, to say the least. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for Springfield. Didn't mention that, but there's a tornado possible label on this. They could go ahead and issue more tornado warnings down the road. Looks like we do have some rotation right now just to the east of Greenfield. Just a little bit of rotation. And also near Lowry City, we have a bit of rotation. Warrensburg, we have a little bit of rotation. Concordia still has rotation as well right here. I'm not seeing any CC drop on that, but that's still some strong rotation right now. And then also back down south of Knob Nonster, which is just a really weird name. That right there near Knob Nonster, that's a broad area of circulation. It could intensify as it moves towards Knob Nonster and just east of Warrensburg. So, yeah, if you're in that warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, the lowest floor possible. The one in Oklahoma, I'm still keeping an eye on, but the rotation has not been as strong as recent, at least as of what we've seen in the past. Cassville, Purdy, rotation is not super strong right now, but it could intensify as it moves to the east and northeast. You have a small area of circulation just northwest of Ash Grove, so that might be something to watch for. Believe it or not, that is actually going to be anticyclonic rotation. It's pretty minimal, but there's something there that we'll have to watch for. And all the warnings that we have right now that are tornadic are luckily all radar indicated. Hopefully it stays that way, but that is what we're looking at right now with all these warnings. All right. I'm gonna catch a breather here. We just had like 20 minutes of non-stop tornado warnings here. Again, I'll let you know if anything does become more tornadic. My phone just told me it's bedtime. I gotta turn my phone back on. I wasn't getting notifications there for a minute. All right, we're back. My phone's like, you need to sleep. And I'm like, no, I don't. It's okay. All right. They did issue a new severe thunderstorm warning south of Tulsa, I think, on that Okmulgee storm. I could be wrong. Yeah, they issued that 5 minutes ago. This tornado warning may not continue. That rotation, again, is a bit broader. Yeah, I'm not seeing much on this Oklahoma storm, so that's good news. The other storms that we have, though, are all QLCSs. So we're going to continue to see this threat for the next few hours. We do have some rotation again near Dadeville. It's not warned, but it's not really strong enough, I don't think, for a warning at this point. These two tornado warnings can be let to expire. This one right now is broad near Lowry City. And then the ones east of Kansas City still on the stronger side of things. The one near Concordia is still on the stronger side of things, and the one also near Knob and Nonster is on the stronger side of things. So those are really the two main storms that we have right now that are still producing that threat for, again, a tornado. Here's the latest update. So, once again, a little bit broader. So we got this new desk, by the way. And now all my circle stuff is stored in one drawer. It's fantastic. It's convenient. I'm trying to stay hydrated. My voice is probably going to go if I don't. I'm trying to open this thing and I can't. 1 second. I can't mute my mic. You guys are going to hear the crackling. I'm sorry. I'm trying to... Alright, we got it. Alright. We're good. Knob Nonster means our hill. Is that actually what that means? We are at 7 tornado warnings, by the way. Now 8. Okay.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is a confirmed tornado, which we were just talking about. This is the one that's going to be north of Springfield. So again, confirmed tornado on this storm north of Springfield.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
This is a radar confirmed tornado. It's this one near Dadeville. So again, confirmed tornado by radar on this storm near Dadeville. We were just talking about this near Aldrich, Fairplay, and as well as going towards Bolivar. So north of Springfield, Missouri. This is not going towards Springfield, but it is north of Springfield. That is again a confirmed tornado moving northeast. And if you're in this warning, you've got to seek shelter. You've got to get away from windows, and you've got to be on the lowest floor possible. And an interior room of your home or building. And now it's looks like it's completely occluded in the latest scan. See what the CC shows. If that tornado's still on the ground, it would be probably near Aldrich now, but I'm not seeing a CC drop update yet. And this is going to be going towards Bolivar, Fairplay, Humansville, all those areas in the track of this, moving northeast. Oh my goodness, you're on late? We've been live for the last 12 and a half hours. Just for the record. Do we have another tornado warning, or my warning count? Oh, yeah, we do. Alright, new tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Another tornado warning. That's near Marshall. That's the one that's been near Concordia, Missouri. This one's going to be going towards Waverly and Marshall. Again, if you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. We're back up to 9 tornado warnings. And again, I don't think this is winding down anytime soon. We got a lot of them. But that one's going towards Marshall. And then the one that's north of Springfield was confirmed. If it's still on the ground, it would be probably near Highway 215. And that'll be approaching Fairplay and Bolivar in Missouri. Again, this one's the one that's confirmed by radar. Moving northeast. So if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place. Away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And in an interior room of your home or building. And away from windows. Bolivar, it sounds better, guys. It sounds like it's like French. Bolivar, it sounds fancy. I'm just gonna go with Bolivar. But again, that area of rotation's over Highway 215. If we have a tornado, it'll be approaching Fairplay and just west of Aldrich. Once again in Missouri. This is again a confirmed tornado by radar. So if you're in this warning near Humansville, Bolivar, or Fairplay, seek shelter away from windows on the lowest floor possible. It's Missouri, it's not fancy. It sounds fancy. Sounds like a fun name. Alright, here's the other area of rotation that's near Waverly. That one looks broader at this time. The one near Knob Nonster is still broad. I don't know if it's going to be enough for a new warning, but we'll see. If there is a new warning on that, that's going to be going towards La Monte, and as well as near Saladia. Just west of Sedalia area. Okay, I can't even pronounce any names anymore. West of Sedalia. We're going to stop pronouncing names that are fancy. Again, north of Springfield, and then broad area of circulation near Cassville. This would be going towards Springfield, by the way, so I'm not seeing any imminent rotation going towards Springfield, but you would be next in track for that threat. And then the storm in Oklahoma, that rotation near Okmulgee is still broad. I don't see an imminent tornado there. And then the rest of Oklahoma, everything looks kind of broad right now, or just wind. So main concern is really beginning to ramp up right now in Missouri. And the confirmed tornado again is on that warning that is near Fairplay and near Bolivar, or Bolivar, apparently. Bolivar. I don't know if any of the pronunciations are right that I'm saying, but that's the area that's in that threat right now for a tornado on the ground. South of Norman, it's mostly wind right now. And anything that's down in southern Oklahoma, they're not really developing in anything significant right now when it comes to discrete cells. So, not too concerned about that right now. Bouva blah? What? That's not the pronunciation, there's no way. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but... Oh man, these pronunciations are just never going to happen for us. They're always so bad. I'm not seeing anything really definitive on radar anymore on this storm. So if there was a confirmed tornado, I'm not really seeing much right now in this storm. Moving northeast. Once again, this is near Fairplay, Humansville, and Bolivar. Moving northeast. Again, if you're in this warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. We still have 9 tornado warnings again. We got a bunch in Missouri. The only one that's confirmed is the one I've been highlighting here for a while. We're down to 6, so 3 of them just expired. That's the only one confirmed. One in Oklahoma still going for half an hour longer unless it's canceled. And then we got the one southwest of Springfield. And then we got the one that's over here that's trying to actually intensify, it looks like, near Lowry City. A little bit stronger. Going towards Warsaw and Lincoln. They'll probably issue a new warning on that. And then the one near Waverly and east of Warrensburg, still somewhat broad. So that's what we're looking at currently in terms of the rotation. I'm going to stay zoomed out just for a moment while the radar updates here in a moment. Guys, we're not getting the pronunciation right, so just, it's fine. We don't need the Boliviar or blah blah blah, you know, update, you know, that pronunciation. It's fine. It's a-okay. All right. Let it ride. Yes, let it ride. It sounds fancy. It's good enough. Mike, okay to go to bed in Midwest City, Oklahoma? You are fine. Yeah, if you're in Midwest, you know, if you're in Midwest City, Oklahoma City, I think you're fine. The watch hasn't officially expired for Oklahoma City, but the storms have now passed you. So I think you're okay if you're in Oklahoma City. If you're south and east Oklahoma City, you still got to stay vigilant. That's what I would say right now. If you're in Missouri, any part of Missouri basically, unless you're like Kansas City, you need to still stay vigilant and weather aware, because all these areas are going to be in the track of some severe weather threat. We do have a lot of damage reports coming out of the Joplin area, by the way. A lot of them are, apparently one was a roof blown off a construction site. Shingles blown off a roof in Joplin. Handful of power lines and trees down across Joplin. We had a possible tornado in this area. I don't know if it was wind or a tornado. A tree on a house in Newton County off of a Suburban Terrace and Grand Falls Boulevard, time based on radar. I think those are all the reports here in Joplin. Picture sent of a roof torn off in Joplin. Joplin, Missouri had some serious damage, it looks like, from those storms. Or at least not, I wouldn't say serious damage, but at least significant damage, like, you know, from damaging winds more than likely.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, north side of Springfield. You need to be in your safe place. That's Willard and as well as near Hackney and Fair Grove. Again, brand new tornado warning here. You know, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Once again, that is an increasing area of rotation near Willard, right there.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is just insane. We have another tornado warning for Warsaw and Lincoln. We mentioned this before. That rotation's moving northeast, going towards Cole Camp and Warsaw. Again, area of circulation just east of Lowry City. If you're in this warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. An area of circulation is in that black circle going towards Warsaw, Route 65, and Lincoln. The one near Springfield, a little bit more concerning. This one could drop a tornado at any time just to the northwest of Springfield. And don't know if that's a CC drop. It's close. It's not really strong enough rotation, so probably not confirmed yet. But a tornado could drop at any time near Route 160, near Willard, near Hackney, moving east-northeast, going towards Fairgrove.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is just never ending. We have another tornado warning. That's gonna be on the same storm again. That's near Sedalia, south of Houston, Inia. This is that area of rotation, just southeast of Knob Nonster, going towards Lamonte, Hughesville, and just to the north and west of Sedalia. If you're in this warning, you need to also seek shelter immediately, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. That's once again moving to the east, northeast, and northeast. Holy cow. No CC drop on any of these storms, but all these storms basically right now are rotating to some extent. Okay. And the one northwest of Springfield is the one that I'm watching for the closest right now. That area right there. This one definitely has a chance to drop something. Waiting for a radar scan on that. That's just northwest of Springfield, Missouri. I tagged you on Twitter. That's fantastic. I've not been able to get to Twitter at all. I haven't been able to get to anything. We've been literally non-stop warnings here for the last several minutes. There are 8 active tornado warnings in the squall line, and then 1 right now back over in Oklahoma. I mean, if you tag me on Twitter, I'll try to get to the stuff, but yeah, try to only tag me in stuff that's either from the tornadoes earlier or, you know, something that's happening now. We got more damage in Bartlesville from the tornado. I'm retweeting, again, it's a bunch of damage photos on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. I'll try to retweet as much stuff as I can. But again, we're mostly focused on what's happening right now. Waiting for another radar scan on this. Again, this is the tornado warning northwest of Springfield. So if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows, the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Haven't had anything to eat. Very minimal. Very minimal. Western Tennessee, nothing overnight tonight, as expected. Better shot for severe weather tomorrow and Wednesday. Or technically today and Wednesday, if you will. It's later today. So, radar site does not seem to want to update. Let's go to the northern tornado warnings real quick. Oh, this one hasn't either. Alright, never mind. Are any of these radar sites updating? Alright, this one is. Alright. Still got rotation near Okmulgee. It's getting pretty broad near Morris, Oklahoma. Still not super concerned about it, but we'll keep a close eye on that. You know, we're still waiting for these 2 radar sites to update, which we just got an update on this one. And that might be a tornado near Hackney. Can't tell yet. I'm trying to wait. That might be a tornado. If the velocities match up, that's a tornado, but can't tell yet. If there's a tornado, again, it'll be near Hackney, just north of Springfield, going towards Hetty. Come on, velocities, please update. Yeah, that's a tornado. Hackney, new tornado on the ground. This is confirmed. You gotta get to your safe place.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Debris signature and everything. That's again near Hackney. Gotta seek shelter if you're in Hackney, Ebenezer, Fairgrove, Glidewell, Willard, just north of Springfield. That's a tornado in progress. Yeah, if you're in this warning, seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible in an interior room of your home or building. Gotta run to your safe place if you're in this warning. That tornado would be right over Hackney, just on the west side of Hackney, but it's probably gonna be right over Hackney in a moment. Approaching Hetty, Alsup, Fruitland, Ebenezer, Hickory, Barron, and Fairgrove. Gotta run to your safe place. That's a tornado that would be in progress right now just to the southeast of Cave Spring. Yep, there you go. Confirmed tornado officially on this storm.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So once again, confirmed tornado north of Springfield. Tucker, if you can post this, please post it. Again, that's a tornado on the ground near Hackney, north of Springfield. And seek shelter if you're in this warning immediately, away from windows, lowest floor possible. It's moving east-northeast. At CC drop, we have debris being lifted up into the atmosphere right now on the west side of Hackney. They'll be approaching Hetty and Alsup and Fruitland over the next several minutes. So if you've not already, go to your safe place. There's a storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Confirmed tornado near Hackney. That is your tornado. It's probably, right at this given time, it's probably just gone over Hackney, and it's probably on the northwest side of Ebenezer. And then it'll be going towards Fruitland and Fairgrove in the next, like, 5 minutes or so. And then a CC drop indicates debris being lofted up into the atmosphere. That's what we have right now in this storm. And this is a confirmed tornado heading eastbound. Just north of Willard. And moving eastbound. You gotta seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and an interior room of your home or building. And confirmed tornado north of Springfield. We are going to stay on this storm for the time being, and then if we need to, we can go to other storms, but this one is really the most concerning. It's a pretty populated area here of the north side of Springfield. Thank you, David, by the way, for the $5 Venmo. Appreciate that. Waiting for another radar scan here. Again, these have been every like 4 minutes. The warning up here, for whatever reason, this is still confirmed as of 3 minutes ago. Near Bolivar, we have a confirmed tornado. I believe it actually might be this here. So we still have a tornado on the storm near Bolivar, Missouri, moving northeast. So if you're in that area, you need to continue to stay in your safe place. The Warsaw one's radar indicated. The Sedalia one's still radar indicated. And the other one's also radar indicated. All right, so that's all the latest on those storms. Again, this is the one that's confirmed right now just north of Springfield. That is your confirmed tornado heading towards Fruitland, Fair Grove over the next several minutes. And if you're in this warning, you got to continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, and an interior room of your home or building. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for a very, wow, that's a huge severe thunderstorm warning. Damaging winds up to 60, and a tornado possible label on this warning for Lebanon and Interstate 44, for Saley's, Lori, Eldon, in western central parts of Missouri. All right, tornado, if it's still on the ground, it's going to be right over the northeast side of Hackney. Near Ebenezer. Wow, that's... The rotation is not... I mean, we don't have a tightening here, but that's some strong velocities going away from the radar. Near Heady. So, approaching Ebenezer, we definitely have a damaging wind threat here, as high as 70 to 80 miles per hour. We could still get another tornado with this, so stay in your safe place if you're in Fruitland or Fairgrove or Alsop. It may have lifted. Either way, still very high damaging winds there. Near Ebenezer and Fairgrove. And then the one near Bolivar... This one was confirmed. I don't see anything really, but if there's a tornado, it would be either here, maybe even in here. Those are really the two spots that I'm looking right now. But the main concern right now, again, is the storm that is north of Springfield, Missouri. It's this one near Heady. This one has been confirmed. Continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. These are still very strong winds, for the record. I mean, we're still talking about very high damaging wind potential here. Even if it does not have a tornado, it's still very high damaging wind potential near Heady. Moving eastbound. I'll be going towards Fruitland and Fairgrove over the next several minutes. Still have 8 tornado warnings. We have 12 severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll have another radar scan probably in about a minute or two, as this continues to move east. How's the other one with the CC? We're talking about the one near Bolivar. Sorry. Guys, I'm just going to keep saying Bolivar. I'm not trying to pronounce it. I don't see anything really. I mean, there might be still a tornado. Again, this was confirmed by radar near Bolivar. It's moving northeast. I can't even keep a straight face anymore. Everybody keeps correcting me. I like saying Bolivar. It sounds good. Just south of Humansville, near Highway 13. But once again, there's a tornado. It would be right near Highway 13, just south of Bolivar, moving northeast. So if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Can't keep a straight face anymore with saying that. Let's hope that gets away from that area. All right, further north, we still do have tornado warnings up here. Near Marshall, that's pretty broad rotation. The one near Lamont is also broad. We have 2 areas of rotation now near Warsaw. This one right here, and then this one. That's moving northeast towards Lincoln and Cole Camp. And if you're in this warning, again, continue to stay in your safe place. There is definitely still rotation here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, new confirmed tornado warning on this storm that is north of Springfield. This is a confirmed tornado now going towards Buffalo, Pleasant Hope, and near Conway.
This is an urgent alert. a tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So a confirmed tornado will be heading towards Pleasant Hope, Goodnight, Halfway, Buffalo, and west of Conway, Missouri. And if you're in this warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Again, that rotation's right here near Hackney. And it's going to be probably near Pleasant Hope here pretty soon, but the rotation... Oh, yeah. Wow. That's a debris signature. We still have a tornado on the ground here. That's going to be right over Alsup. Don't even need the velocities to confirm that, but this is a tornado that's in progress near Alsup, Fruitland, and west of Fairgrove, just south of Brighton and south of Pleasant Hope. Yeah, if you're in this warning, you've got to get to your safe place. This is still a confirmed tornado north of Springfield, near Fairgrove, Fruitland, Goodnight, and Pleasant Hope. Those areas are all included in this tornado that is on the ground. That black circle is your tornado. That is a debris signature. That is potentially trees, maybe even parts of homes being lifted up into the atmosphere near Alsup. Velocities didn't update, but it really doesn't matter. That's definitely a CC drop. That's definitely a tornado that's in progress. South of Pleasant Hope and south of Goodnight. Once again, you've got to get to your safe place if you're in this tornado warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And in an interior room of your home or building. I don't know why the velocities didn't update, but either way, that's a tornado. Again, that's right over Alsup. Let me quickly go back up to the north. All right, I'm not seeing anything left near Bolivar, and then further up to the north on the other storms. Yeah, rotation's relatively broad. We got a little tightening maybe just to the southwest of Marshall. Maybe something here near Mount Leonard. So we'll watch those areas closely. The tornado warning, a new tornado warning was issued also for Oklahoma. This was a few moments ago near Muskogee.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So this tornado warning has continued if you're in Oklahoma, near Muskogee, Boynton, Summit, and as well as the Wainwright area. And if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. That is a stronger area of rotation that could drop a tornado at any time.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Where? Okay. In Iowa, we have a tornado warning. This is radar indicated near Osceola, New Virginia, Indianola, south of Des Moines. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Weird. All right, so Iowa's now in the playing cards here for tornado warnings. This is on track to go towards Indianola. The area of rotation is going to be right down in here near Osceola. We're right back up to 10 tornado warnings. That's the area of rotation, though, near Osceola, going towards New Virginia, Indianola, and eventually going to be going towards Highway 5, just south of Des Moines. All right, let's go back down to the confirmed tornado in Missouri. Again, this is your debris signature. About 3 or 4 minutes ago, we had a confirmed tornado go right through Alsup, Missouri, north of Springfield, near Ebenezer. That is going to be going towards Fairgrove, Goodnight, and Pleasant Hope, Missouri. Again, you've got to be in your safe place if you're anywhere in this large tornado warning. Again, this is a confirmed tornado heading in the direction of Pleasant Hope, Goodnight, Buffalo, and perhaps even western sections of Conway, Missouri, here pretty soon. We are at 10 tornado warnings, just for the record. So, still a lot of tornado warnings. Waiting for a new radar scan on this storm. Hopefully it comes. These radar scans near Springfield have been really slow. All right, here's that tornado. If it's still on the ground, this is where it is. It's near Fruitland. Fruitland, Missouri is where that tornado would still be on the ground at. So, north side of Fruitland is being hit by a tornado. It's approaching Goodnight, Missouri. It's approaching Tin Town and Olive and Red Top. So this confirmed tornado is right here in that black circle, northwest of Fruitland, going right towards Goodnight and Tin Town. And if you're in this warning, you've got to get to your safe place right now, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. This is, once again, a tornado that is in progress. presumably there. We don't have a velocities update, but that would be... Oh, there you go. Wow, that's high winds. But that would be where your tornado is. The winds estimated by radar are at 100 miles per hour right now, a little off the ground. That is very strong. So even if we didn't have a tornado, there's at least damaging winds for sure. But that debris signature matches right up with where that tornado would be if there is one. Once again, near Fruitland, Missouri, just north of Springfield, near Alsop, approaching Goodnight in Tin Town. This is a pretty significant storm still ongoing with a clear debris signature on radar. Let me quickly zoom back out here. Let's go back to Warsaw real quick. Let's go back to the radar indicated area. Rotation near Warsaw is weakened. Just heads up there. So the Warsaw rotation's weaker, going towards Coal Camp and just southwest of Stover. There is rotation still west of Sedalia. That rotation's actually still remain pretty broad at this time, but could intensify as that moves eastbound. And then the other rotation near Marshall is still there. It's just still broad. So a couple areas of rotation that we're still watching up that direction. And then we still have a tornado warning south of Des Moines, Iowa, which is mostly just, again, a QLCS, which some broad areas of circulation are ongoing there. So that's what we're looking at right now in those storms. It's a large area, but that's where we'd be looking for that potential again for a tornado. New tornado watch has just been issued for a very large area. And that's going to be for parts of Illinois, too. Let me go back to the Twitter. We do have a new tornado watch being issued right now for Illinois and I believe parts of Missouri. Yeah, here you go. Here's that new tornado watch. This goes until 8 a.m. Again, it includes a large chunk of eastern Missouri and western Illinois for Jacksonville, Quincy, Alton, St. Louis, Troy, Sullivan, Farmington, Poplar Bluff, West Plains, Fort Leonard Wood, Village of the Four Seasons, Jefferson City, Columbia, and Sullivan. Couple tornadoes are possible. Isolated hail and scattered wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. So that is the latest here from the Storm Prediction Center. And we're still waiting on a radar scan on this one, but if there's still a tornado on the ground, which it's likely, it'll be going right through Goodnight, Missouri right now and approaching Buffalo here in the next 10 minutes. And Pleasant Hope would also be on the track of this. So again, if you're in any of this warning right now, you need to continue to stay in your safe place. Again, this is just north of Springfield, Missouri, moving to the northeast. No sleep in St. Louis. It will be probably a late night if you're not going to bed. I mean, those storms probably won't arrive for at least a few more hours. All right, here's the latest radar scan. Not seeing a debris signature anymore, so this tornado has likely at least lifted for the time being. Not seeing a debris signature anymore. Doesn't mean it isn't on the ground anymore, just for the record, but we're not seeing a debris signature on radar on this storm near Goodnight, Missouri. And this is moving northeast, going to be going towards Buffalo. We got an inflow, we got everything still. This is still a pretty organized supercell. But if there's a tornado, it would be down the east side of Goodnight. And this is north of Springfield. It's going to be going towards Buffalo over the next several minutes. So again, if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows and the lowest floor possible. All right, we're back down to 7 tornado warnings. It's a big improvement from the 10 plus that we've had for a while. So we're back down to 7. This one's still confirmed as of right now, but I'm not seeing a debris signature. We still got very strong winds, don't get me wrong. I mean, this could very still easily produce a tornado. The velocities on radar going away from the radar are still very strong. That yellow area that you see there, that orange area, still winds upwards of 100 miles per hour that are a little bit off the ground, which near the surface are probably around 70-ish miles per hour. So even if there isn't a tornado, we still have very strong damaging winds right now near Goodnight, which for, Goodnight is an interesting town name, obviously, with it being, 1 in the morning, but, that area right now getting hit by this storm moving eastbound. Also, the tornado warning near Muskogee does continue. We still have a broad and large area of circulation near Boynton, approaching Summit and Muskogee. And if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. Still watching that storm closely. Nothing confirmed, though, as of right now on that one.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They just never end. Sedalia, new tornado warning. If you're in this warning, seek shelter, away from windows, lowest floor possible. That right there is your area of rotation approaching Otterville, Smithton, and Pilot Grove. Yeah, Tucker, you're fine. And that's a new tornado warning for just east of Hughesville, near Pilot Grove, Otterville, and Smithton. If you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. So, again, another tornado warning here. This one's radar indicated, not confirmed, but it is an area of rotation near Sedalia. Another notch, by the way. These notches are the ones that usually produce tornadoes. Again, the one that is confirmed is north of Springfield, just to kind of zoom out a little bit here. The good news is that the downtown area of Springfield is mostly just wind right now. But this area is where we're looking at for that, again, tornado that would be still on the ground near Goodnight, Missouri, moving towards Buffalo over the next several minutes. 15 likes and 11,000 watching. We have 1,600 likes for the record. I just have to refresh. Thank you, Chelsea, for the $10 super chat. Large wall clouds, strong winds, and crazy thunder and lightning in Springfield. The sirens just started. I don't think it was a wall cloud. It was probably a shelf cloud. There is a difference. Shelf clouds don't usually have rotation. Wall clouds are lowerings that lead to tornadoes. It's a bit different. All right, here's the latest scan. And mostly still wind right now on this storm. It does not look like it's on the ground anymore, but this will be approaching areas... again, going towards Conway, just south of Buffalo, over the next several minutes. So again, if you're in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows on the lowest floor possible, just in case this does anything funky. Again, it's already had a tornado, could have another tornado as it continues to move northeast. The velocities that are going currently away from the radar are still very strong. But, with that said, and it's now back down to radar indicated, so it's no longer confirmed. We're back down to radar indicated on the storm, but regardless, there are just definitely still some very strong damaging winds with that storm right now. Every warning has been back downgraded to radar indicated, so good news there. All right. And right now we're looking at the storm that's northeast of Springfield. Still very high winds just east of Goodnight. And that right there is where we have the damaging wind threat elevated, and we're still watching for potential for a tornado here as this moves east. The tornado warning back over near Humansville is about to expire, and the warning also back over near Warsaw is about to expire. So those two warnings about to end. Rotation's been much broader on that activity. The one near Sedalia is a bit stronger still. Sedalia in Missouri, still a bit stronger, just north of Sedalia. This is still stronger rotation, at least right now, moving eastbound. So if you are in this warning near Pilot Grove or Otterville or Smithton, you got to continue to stay in that storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And then southeast of Tulsa, we still have a large, broad area of circulation approaching Muskogee. Again, we're watching all these storms very closely, but I'm just kind of highlighting some of the ones that are the most intense right now. This one's moving towards Summit and Muskogee. So if you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Tornado watch has been condensed. If you're in Oklahoma City or Norman, you no longer have to be watching really for severe weather tonight. There will probably at least be a little bit more rainfall, at least if you're on the eastern side here of Oklahoma City. But other than that, we are done at least for severe weather tonight in Oklahoma City. That tornado watch that was issued for parts of western Illinois and as well as back over into eastern Missouri is just popping up now in Radar Omega, and I'll show you that more in detail in a few minutes. And we'll kind of go over what to expect tonight. We do have an area of circulation, once again, south of Des Moines. This is near Indianola, moving northeast towards Pleasantville. Again, if you're in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. That is continuing to move northeast. It is a broad area of circulation, but definitely could produce a tornado threat as it moves northeast. All right, so we're back down to 4 tornado warnings. That's a big improvement over what we just had. Again, this is the area that we're looking at. They're kind of all over the place. We got 1 in Oklahoma, 2 in Missouri, and then 1 in Iowa. So still a lot of activity right now here across a large chunk of the Great Plains and eventually into the Midwest, which is, again, just a large area for the next few hours. All right, let me catch a breath here for a second. My voice is dying. We've now been live for 13 hours in a row. My voice is hanging in there. We're doing good. All right. Still watching this area of circulation near Wainwright, Summit, and Muskogee. Not seeing anything tight yet, but that rotation's still going. Could still get a tornado out of that. It's kind of the leading edge of this area of storms. Still has a strong inflow and it still has a hook. Moving eastbound towards Muskogee. Again, just southeast of Tulsa. The tornado that was on the ground not long ago, the one in Springfield, we still have very high winds here going towards Buffalo and Conway and Missouri. So this area of wind is very strong, moving, northeast. I don't see as much wind going towards the radar, so the rotation probably a bit weaker at this point. But we are definitely still talking about, at the bare minimum, a damaging wind risk as this continues to move northeast over the next several minutes. The tornado threat might be a bit lower. We'll see. We're mostly watching right now for QLCS tornadoes throughout Missouri right now. It's really the main concern. And south of Des Moines, let's check this out again. Still got some rotation on that leading edge of the storms just south of Indianola. That right there is your rotation. Pleasantville, stay alert. You're not in the warning, but you'll be in the track of that if you're in Iowa. Let's put this in motion real quick. Yeah, so Pleasantville and Indianola. You're really the main 2 locations in the track of this in southern central Iowa. With this, again, QLCS that's kind of developed here. Another warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, new tornado warning. Slater, Glasgow, and Fayette. If you're in this warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This is a storm that we were talking about not too long ago that still had some broad areas of rotation, and it's these little notches. We have a couple of them near Slater and Glasgow. The radar hasn't updated, the reflectivity hasn't updated, but that would be the area of rotation that we're looking at that's currently moving eastbound. So if you're in this tornado warning, again, continue to stay in your storm shelter, your basement, your closet, your bathroom, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. And here's a zoomed out look of everything. I'm just going to kind of stay zoomed out here for a second. Muskogee has 45,000 people. I'm watching it on my phone. The radar only updates so often, so we can only get updates so often. But I am watching that on my phone very closely. That rotation that's west of Muskogee, I mean, it has a very strong outflow-driven wind. The inflow, the winds going towards the radar are just really weak right now. So they're not really that impressive. But that obviously, we could still see some sort of tornado threat propelled there. We'll have to wait and see. We're down to 5. Yeah, we've had never-ending tornado warnings today. I don't think we've had many moments in today's live stream where we haven't had tornado warnings. This is the one again south of Des Moines where we do have an area of rotation. South of Indianola. This goes for 25 more minutes. It is radar indicated rotation. It's all on the leading edge of this line. This will eventually go towards Pleasantville. Let's go back down to the south again. Sedalia rotation in Missouri, not nearly as strong. The one that's back over near Lebanon, northeast of Springfield. Let me zoom in on that one again. I think this is becoming more of a wind threat. So this storm area now northeast of Springfield has become predominantly damaging winds now going towards Conway, Phillipsburg, and just southeast of Buffalo. So again, if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your continue to stay in your safe place. It is still a wind threat, but the rotation's definitely weaker. But the damaging winds could be equivalent to like an EF0 tornado if they're upwards of 80 miles per hour, which is probably what they are right now west of Conway. Let me go down to Muskogee again. Yeah, it's still a broad and large area of circulation near Muskogee, Oklahoma. Still a large but broad area of circulation. Still watching it closely. It's a large, broad area. Nothing super strong here yet. There's actually a little bit of a tightening just east of Boynton for a few moments there. It's just, again, not really that intense as of right now. And again, a lot of that area of storms is outflow driven, so I do think the tornado threat will try to kind of struggle here with these storms. Yeah, straight line winds can be very damaging. PDS IHOP later? I don't have a clue. I'm starving. And I'm not ordering DoorDash. It's too expensive. I mean, my friend delivered me Chick-fil-A. It was a bit different. You don't have to pay the crazy $30 for DoorDash. Still got a couple of notches east of Marshall, and that's the new tornado warning. The other storm east of Sedalia looks broader. The one that's south of Des Moines looks a little bit broader. So most of these areas of rotation right now are either moderately strong or kind of broad. So yeah, it's the main thing that we got going on right now. I'm going to stay on the Muskogee one here, at least for another scan or two, and see what happens. DoorDash open at 2 a.m.? I think it's open like 24/7. I could be wrong. Yeah, no CC drop or anything on this storm right now. Okay, let me quickly get to a couple of these messages. Thank you, Ryan, for the $10 super chat. I live in California. My parents are in Indianola, Iowa. Let me go back up to Indianola real quick. I mean, I would just in case. I mean, there's rotation literally on the southern side of the town right now. It's not strong. I don't think it's enough to produce a tornado yet, but you always want to play it on the safe side of things with stuff like this. I would say more of a wind threat, but there might just be a little bit of rotation there. I would still make sure that they are, you know, staying vigilant. But, I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot here near Indianola. I think it's still relatively broad. Even the rotation, I mean, the rotation further south, I think, is more concerning. Near, like, Liberty Center and stuff. I mean, as of 5 minutes ago, the main area of rotation that we're talking about was this stuff. So, I don't know. As a precaution, I would. But I think the main area of rotation is really back down near Liberty Center and Lacona, going towards Meckler, Dallas. Right, let me go back down to Muskogee again. We're going to stay on this for a moment. Hey, Silver for the $10 super chat. Columbia, Missouri. I think most of these storms that are producing tornadoes in Missouri will be, for the most part, quick tornadoes. There shouldn't be a whole lot of strong tornadoes with those storms. Wouldn't rule out an isolated strong tornado, but it would have to really be the perfect environment for that to happen. Since most of those tornadoes will be just, you know, again, QLCS tornadoes. Thank you, Nick, for the $10 super chat. Rotation east of Tulsa. I don't see any rotation east of Tulsa. The only rotation that I see anywhere nearby Tulsa is the one near Muskogee. And other than that, I don't see much. Thank you for your $4.99. Hey, Deborah for the 4.99. All right. Not trying to lose my voice here. We're gonna be live again tomorrow, by the way, and we're also gonna be live on Wednesday and Thursday. Fantastic. We gotta save our voice here for a little while. All right, here's the latest radar scan near Summit and Muskogee as of 1:08 a.m. No CC drop, but that looks to be stronger rotation. I gotta confirm this though. Yeah, there's stronger rotation now west of Summit, just southwest of Muskogee, Oklahoma. So again, if you're in this warning, you've got to seek shelter if you've not already, away from windows, lowest floor possible. That is a storm shelter, basement, closet, or a bathroom. That is a stronger couplet that is now developing just off to the southwest of Muskogee. That's awesome, Ryan. No problem at all. Glad I could help. Yeah, great. I mean, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. It is going to be a very busy next few days. I mean, we've already been live for over 13 hours today, like literally straight. And then tomorrow we're going to probably be live for at least 4 to 6 hours, and then on Wednesday it's going to be probably another. Wednesday could be another 12-hour day for the record. It's going to be busy. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is the tornado warning near Muskogee, Oklahoma. Still some strong rotation near Summit. If you're in this tornado warning, again, seek shelter if you've not already, away from windows, lowest floor possible. I need to get water. I ran out of it. I'm going to get a water bottle. I'll be back in like literally 10 seconds. BRB. I think that was faster than 10 seconds. All right. I need to keep drinking water, otherwise I'm going to lose my voice. It's going downhill fast. I've not had an issue with my vocal cords at all for the last year of streaming. We haven't had an issue because we go live so often, but definitely feel it a little bit right now. Beer for you? I wish I could have some beer. That'd be fantastic. Now here's the latest radar scan. Again, broad area of circulation, still approaching Summit. It was a little bit stronger there for a brief moment. It's kind of broad again, moderately broad, moderately, kind of just moderate rotation right now. And southwest of Muskogee. That tornado warning still goes for 18 more minutes, by the way. There's Locust Grove in the path. This is moving east, so I don't know where Locust Grove is, but if you're not east, then... I mean, if you're east, then yes, but if not, then no. So it's basically going directly east in that direction right now. Could always change directions, but we'll see. There's a discrete cell in southern Oklahoma near Sulphur. This is a little bit concerning because it is, one, discrete, and two, it's in an environment where discrete cells could produce tornadoes. So this is a little bit concerning. This storm hasn't had much recently, and it really hasn't had anything this entire time, but it actually has grown a little bit in here. In southern Oklahoma. So yeah, I'm not seeing an imminent tornado risk here, but I would be watching this if you're in Sulphur or just south of Pauls Valley in southern Oklahoma. Because that definitely could do something. It's not tornado warned, but I'm not ruling out something down the road. And the tornado warning northeast of Springfield is all a wind threat right now. We do have a report of shingles blown off a roof in Springfield from wind damage. That was not from a tornado, it was from wind. And then rotation still strong back over, or a little bit stronger, near Pilot Grove. That's going to be approaching Boonville over the next few minutes, and Columbia in about an hour. And then the tornado warning that's ongoing in Indianola. Okay. We have strong rotation now near Ackworth. This is south of Des Moines. Strong rotation right here near Ackworth. If you're in Ackworth or near just south of Hartford, you need to seek shelter. That is a strong couplet right now. That is just down to the south of Des Moines. No CC drop, but that's strong rotation right now, moving east, northeast, and northeast towards Pleasantville and Hartford. CJ, by the way, you should be fine. Again, I think if you time it right, you should be fine. I don't know where Lee, Minnesota is, but, you know, these storms will be out of, like, the Osceola area within the next hour or two. And this could drop a tornado if it hasn't already at any time. I don't know if it did a scan ago. Let me check. Yeah, we didn't have a CC drop yet on that, but this is definitely a storm that could drop a tornado as this moves northeast.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Alright, new tornado warning in Missouri. That's the one near Cayotsville, east of Brunswick. This is a radar hole, so we're not going to have a great view of this, but if you are in that pink polygon, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. There's a brand new tornado warning east of Carrollton and northeast of Marshall. Alright, we're going to go back to the Iowa one. Again, this one may drop a tornado. I'm trying to see if that happens or not. Latest scans a bit broader. Hopefully it stays that way. But we did have a little intensification there briefly. So, again, we'll continue to keep a close eye on that as that continues to move northeast. Tornado warning has now officially ended northeast of Springfield, or was canceled, one of the two. The Muskogee tornado warning does not look intense enough for there to be another tornado warning. They just put a new severe thunderstorm warning on this with a tornado possible label for the time being. So that includes Paradise Hill, Braggs, Marble City, and Fort Gibson. And we're still watching the storm closely near Tatum's and Katy. I'm not seeing much rotation on this, but once again, if that storm gets going a bit more and matures, we could see a tornado threat develop out of that, going towards Sulphur and south of Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. So still stay vigilant here if you're kind of in this area near Pauls Valley. Again, not saying we're going to see a repeat of what we saw last week, okay? I'm just saying that there is a storm going in that direction that could perhaps produce a tornado threat. Ryan, yes, 30% on Super Chats is taken from YouTube. And then, yeah, Venmo's better. Yes. I don't say it very often, but yeah. We have an area of circulation near Tatum's. It's at least broad. Something to watch for. Check Iowa. I'll go back to Iowa in a second. This tornado warning is not going to continue near Muskogee. And then the other storms that are in central Missouri. Let's check the rotation again. The latest scan was 6 minutes ago, so we'll stay here for a second. The one that's east of Sedalia, southwest of Boonville, is really the strongest area. Of rotation. The tornado warning has officially been canceled in Oklahoma, by the way. And then the rotation near Ackworth is still not strong, but it could intensify as it moves northeast. Radar's a little bit behind, but that's the rotation. It's going to be right over the northeast side of Ackworth, moving towards Hartford, Pleasantville, and Swan. Des Moines has a little bit of rotation. I don't see any rotation up there. The only really area of rotation I see is this one near Indianola. There might be a couple other small spots, but this is really the main circulation in Iowa. Columbia, Missouri. I'm watching for at least damaging winds, but perhaps an isolated tornado risk. How often do you experience radar holes? I mean, it depends on the part of the country. If you're in northern Missouri or southern, Iowa, that is like the most prominent radar hole that we have right now in the United States. It's a really horrendous radar hole, which makes it hard to track storms like the ones that are going towards Columbia right now. We can still track them, it's just a bit harder to tell what's going on radar. Because, I mean, like, this is the closest radar site this way, and this is the closest one this way. So once we get to Columbia, there's really no radar sites, and this is a very prominent radar hole. There's like, you cannot see anything there on radar when it comes to velocities near the surface or anywhere close to the surface. We're talking 15,000 feet probably into the atmosphere for those radar sites. It's pretty bad. Rotation is a little bit broader. Again, that's near Pilot Grove, just southwest of Boonville. They may issue a new warning just due to the fact of the radar coverage here, but that'll be moving towards Boonville and New Franklin, just south of there over the next several minutes, with a potential for tornadoes. The biggest thing with radar holes, though, really, like, the biggest thing is, like, the problem is some of those areas, like in Missouri, for example, they're probably under a lot of tornado warnings because, when there's a storm that has any sort of rotation or any potential to produce a tornado, they're probably going to have to issue a warning for it. So, unfortunately, that's like one of the biggest issues with, with radar holes. That's one of the areas that has the most prominent radar hole right now.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's near Boonville, south of New Franklin, near Pilot Grove. Again, brand new tornado warning here. Tornado would be located right over Pilot Grove if we had one. Again, it's moving east right now, so seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible if you are in this tornado warning. A radar hole is when we don't have enough radar coverage. Basically, when radar sites cannot see a certain area. That's what a radar hole is. But as I was saying, this is basically why we're getting a warning here. Again, there might be rotation here. It probably is, but would it be strong enough to issue a tornado warning if we had, rotation right over Kansas City that's broader? Who knows? It's kind of one of those things you just don't know about. But if there is a tornado, again, it would be approaching Boonville and just south of New Franklin. This includes Windsor Place, Pilot Grove, and Boonville. Ben, I've been under a tornado warning before when we're doing live coverage. Like, no joke. It's pretty funny when that happened. That happened a while back, though.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning in Iowa. That's near Knoxville, Pella, Pleasantville, and Monroe. If you are in this tornado warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. If you know any friends or family, by the way, in these tornado warnings, give them a call or text and make sure that they're aware, because we have a lot of people that are sleeping right now. It's 1:30 in the morning. Literally, it's 1:30 in the morning. So if you have any friends or family right now that are currently in any of these areas, you should at least give them a call or text and make sure that they are, in their safe place or at least getting there. Because this is a situation that is developing right now here across Iowa, Missouri, and even back into Oklahoma, where it's a nocturnal tornado threat. So, you need to make sure if you have any friends or family in these areas that they are staying weather aware. Because all these storms, once again, are producing the potential for tornadoes. Even though a lot of them are wind threats, some of them are producing tornadoes. And again, this is the tornado running right now, southeast of Des Moines. Again, rotation's still a little bit broad. Main area of rotation is just west of Pleasantville. So again, if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. All right, we have a new live cam on the right side of your screen. That's going to be the one in Fort Madison, so just an FYI. All right, let's go back down to the south again. 24-hour live stream? There's no way we're doing 24 hours. We've been live for almost 14 hours straight now. And rotation right now near Glasgow and the Cayotsville area and Pilot Grove and Boonville, still relatively broad. I would say the strongest area of rotation that we have is near Pilot Grove, near Windsor Place, going towards Woolridge, and Boonville, going towards Prairie Home. That's really the main area that we're looking at for rotation, I would say, out of these storms, and also the one back up in Iowa that's ongoing. me go back down to the south real quick. We still have a severe storm here near Sulphur, south of Paul's Valley, mainly producing a hail and wind threat. Again, I'm kind of still a little bit concerned about this trying to produce a tornado in Oklahoma. The storm itself is not looking good on radar. Again, if it can intensify as that moves eastbound, I mean, it could definitely produce a tornado. I just think right now the potential of that still seems a little bit low right now as that moves east. And then the storms that are back over in eastern parts of Oklahoma, still right now relatively on the broader side of things. We have a little bit of rotation south of Muskogee, but again, not really too concerned about that. Mostly a wind threat. And then again, we got 3 tornado warnings right now in Missouri, and then we got 1 right now in Iowa, or 2 in Iowa. One of them is they're both for the same storm, but that's what we got going right now. An area of rotation, this is southeast of Des Moines. We got another one just southwest of Pleasantville here in Iowa. By the way, thank you, Thomas, for becoming a minimum velocity member. What's it looking like for Springfield? I think Springfield is winding down. I think it is winding down. If you guys do see any more reports on Twitter, you can at me at MaxVelocityWX, and I'll try to relay any reports that we get on the stream. Once again, we have 2 tornado warnings in Iowa. We got 3 in Missouri. But, you know, hopefully I've been able to help you guys. I mean, we've been live for over 13 hours, but hopefully I've been able to help you guys with these warnings today. It's been a long day. I think everybody can agree with that. And yeah, we're going to be live probably at least for another hour. I was planning on going live probably until like 4 a.m. if we really need to, but this is a long stream. This is the longest straight live stream we've ever done. And I know it has nothing to do with weather, but like, you know, just crazy how long we've been live today. And I know it's been a long day for everybody involved, and hopefully the severe weather winds down over the next few hours, because I mean it's not really shown much signs of calming down. And we've still got tornado warnings everywhere. This is a huge severe thunderstorm warning now for central and southern Iowa for damaging winds up to 60. There's also a tornado possible label on that. Moving eastbound, going towards Oskaloosa, Bloomfield, Centerville, Corydon, and Knoxville. Thank you, Jack, for the $4.99. Let's go longer. How long do you want me to go to? Like tomorrow afternoon? Let's be live all the way through tomorrow. Let's just plow through. Might as well. Still got an area of rotation near Windsor Place in Boonville, Missouri, moving towards Woolridge and Prairie Home. All right. So really the main focus right now is Missouri and Iowa, and then Oklahoma we're still watching. Yeah, nothing confirmed down there, but we are still watching for, you know, potential for at least an isolated tornado over the next couple of hours. We got basically 3 areas, it looks like, a circulation southeast of Des Moines. One approaching Monroeville, one going right through Pleasantville, and then another one going towards Knoxville, Iowa. What's the lookout for northwest Arkansas? Probably damaging winds. Maybe an isolated tornado, but I don't think we're going to get one. I mean, we could get one, but like out of a discrete supercell, I don't think we're going to get many of those. We do have one discrete cell that has popped up northeast of Ozark. That would be the potential for a tornado, but again, it's going to have to come out of something like that, rather than a line of storms or something like that. 72 straight hours? Let's do it. Let's do it. No way I'm doing that. I would die if I did 72 straight hours. Thank you, Emily, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you, Tessa, for the $9.99. How's St. Louis looking? I think St. Louis is mostly damaging winds. We can probably time it out real quick. Give you an idea of what to expect. So this is the future radar for today. So this is about right now. Storms rolling through Missouri. By about 5 in the morning, damaging winds will be approaching St. Louis with maybe an isolated tornado threat. And then eventually, as we go into the late morning, those storms kind of weaken out. The main concern will be this line of storms plowing right into St. Louis right around 5. With damaging winds, the main concern, maybe an isolated tornado. Same thing goes for Arkansas. I mean, we might get an isolated discrete cell, which we do have one developing right as we speak. That could produce a strong tornado threat if it does intensify, but that's if it intensifies, and that's north of Ozark. That would be on track for like Harrison. So anything discreet like this is really what we're watching for a strong tornado risk. It is late into the evening. We are at 1:30 a.m. I highly doubt we're going to get something like that, but it, you know, anything's possible in this environment. It's still in play. Look at Norman, Oklahoma, by the way. This is the Radar Omega Cyclone port. You can watch these on the live app with the top link in the description below, but clear skies in Norman now after all that wind that just came through there. I've heard a lot of power outages in the Norman area, so there's been a lot over there.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They've gone ahead and issued a new tornado warning near Moberly. This is going to be back over north of Boonville, so it's going to be the one near Glasgow, Higbee, Huntsville, and Fayette. If you're in this warning, and seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Once again, moving east-northeast. An entire 7-day long live stream. I would have to sleep in the bed behind me if I did that. We would have to put the bed to use. The one near Boonville, we still got some broad circulation. They'll be going eventually towards Columbia, so if you're in Columbia, definitely stay vigilant. That radar site that's there does not work, so we don't have that. We're going to be in a radar hole here for Columbia, unfortunately. And the one near Iowa, still broad circulation on the leading edge of this, near Pleasantville, going towards Monroe, Pella, and Knoxville. Sleeping stream? I'm not doing a sleeping stream. No way. Thank you, Allie, for becoming a Maximum Velocity member. Do appreciate it. All right, I gotta pee. I'll be back in like 60 seconds. I'll just stay zoomed out. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. We're not ending the stream, by the way. I'm just going pee. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay tuned. All right. You guys are crazy. All right, let's go back to the live radar. All right, another flash flood warning in Oklahoma. We've had a lot of flash flood warnings down there. Let's go to Knoxville first. We got broad areas of circulation on this storm near Iowa. It's still relatively broad, and then the ones back over in Missouri, still not looking super concerning right now, but we'll still watch to see if anything produces here. And we got one near Boonville. We got broad areas up and down from Fayetteville back through Glasgow, and then also the one near Catesville is just, it's relatively broad at this point. But southeast of Des Moines, this is really probably one of the more concerning storms right now. Pretty populated area. Got 3 areas of broad circulation that are going to be heading towards Monroeville and Pella over the next several minutes. So if you're in this tornado warning, the pink polygon, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. Right, here's the latest scan. Still all relatively broad. I'm just going to stay zoomed out here for now. In case anything does develop, I'll zoom back in. Thank you, John, for becoming a Maximum Velocity member. Also, thank you, Deborah, for the $9.99. Appreciate the generosity. Throw my phone again. Glad I can help, Kat. I mean, yeah, I do live coverage like this all the time. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. I do enjoy doing severe weather coverage and Glad I can help so many of you guys out. I mean, we have 14,000 viewers right now. It's crazy that I can even reach that many people, but I do appreciate, again, everybody tuning in. Streams are not easy, especially when they're long like this, when my vocal cords feel like they're going to give out, but we're still going. Still chugging along here. Still chugging along. Any ratings? I don't think there's any tornado ratings at this point. Probably won't be until tomorrow at least. Hey, Woody, becoming a Velocity member. What's Kentucky's risk on Wednesday? Probably going to be pretty significant. Did the Storm Prediction Center come out with an update for Wednesday yet? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah. Wednesday is going to be a big day. Just a quick update there. We do have a hatched tornado risk across a very large area from Missouri back into Tennessee, Kentucky, and even near St. Louis and southern Illinois. The hail risk is massive. Again, Wednesday's probably going to be another outbreak. I've been saying this literally since, like, yesterday. Strong tornadoes definitely in play. But greater probabilities could be added to that down the road, which is what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. So another outbreak of severe weather expected Wednesday. We're going to be live again Tuesday, which is tomorrow, technically today, for the tornado outbreak potential in the Ohio Valley. So never-ending severe weather. Welcome to May. Got a new warning south of Springfield. And we got a little storm that's forming. Maybe a baby supercell trying to form north of Interstate 40 in Arkansas. All the other storms northwest of Arkansas, or in northwestern Arkansas, are mostly wind threat. I don't expect much of a tornado risk up here. But this storm, again, if it really matures, which I kind of doubt, but if it does, a strong tornado threat is definitely in play. So if you are in this area, obviously continue to stay very vigilant. And then that storm that's going towards Sulphur, good news, it's not really doing much, it's dying. Let's hope it continues that way. Has not lived, and it probably won't produce a tornado, which is good news. Good stuff. Let's hope that trend continues. We do have rotation, though, on the storm that is going to be north of Gore in Oklahoma. That is an area of circulation that is not tornado warned, that is trying to develop near Fort Gibson. So that'll be something to watch for over the next several minutes. Rest my voice as much as possible before going live tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. Shane, if you're super chatting between tornado warnings or me just talking a bunch, I'm probably not going to get to them. Again, I'm trying to get to all the super chats, but there's just so many. I appreciate your super chats, by the way. I really do. I just, during tornado warnings and outbreaks like this, it's just so hard to keep up with super chats and stuff. And there are 14,000 of you. I mean, I'm trying, but have I gone to the convective outlook for tomorrow and Wednesday? Yeah, I mean, I've already looked at both days. I could probably pull them up on here real quick, actually. Because that storm might get warned, so we're going to keep a close eye on that. But this is the threat for tomorrow. So again, we got that enhanced risk across the Ohio Valley. A potentially small-scale tornado outbreak will be possible here in the Ohio Valley, with a main concern being very large hail, damaging winds, and perhaps a couple of strong tornadoes will be possible in this area. So we'll be live again tomorrow. And going into Wacky Weather Wednesday, we have an enhanced risk in a very large area, which I think there will be a moderate risk somewhere. I don't know where, but there will probably be a moderate risk somewhere on Wednesday, at least. I'm saying at least because it could be technically higher, but yeah, this is going to be a pretty big day, and we got very favorable environment here across this area. All right, Shane with the $5 super chat, your thoughts on Central Illinois? Mostly a wind threat, not expecting much else. Hopefully that answers your question. It's probably going to be like in the morning hours tomorrow, around like 6 or 7, with mainly a wind threat. Maybe a brief tornado, but that threat should be low. But yeah, that's what we're looking at for both today, which is Tuesday, which is tossing trampolines on Tacos Tuesday, and then also for Wednesday, which is Wacky Weather Wednesday. Still got some broad area of circulations, one near Knoxville, one south of Monroe, and then the other one west of Monroe in Iowa, east of Des Moines. Still not a whole lot here. So right now moving east, northeast, and northeast. Imagine another high-risk Wednesday. We've been live for 14 hours today. I mean, I don't see us not getting to 30 hours of streaming this week. We'll be live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below, and we'll be live again a ton over the next few days. Circulation near Boonville is pretty broad. The other one near Fayetteville, I can't even see. The radars are just so far away. But if there is any sort of tornado threat, it would be approaching Moberly and Higbee here in Missouri. And also Columbia would be in the track of that activity. And we are still watching for a broad area of circulation east of Muskogee, going to be approaching Marble City in Oklahoma. I'm terrified about Wednesday. No reason to be terrified. Just be prepared and you'll be fine.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There you go. Talking about this for a few minutes. Brand new tornado warning east of Muskogee. Very rural areas of Oklahoma. Really not a whole lot here, but north of Paradise Hill, north of Marble City. If you're in this warning, seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And it is radar indicated rotation. It is not a confirmed tornado, but it is a storm that could produce a tornado here in eastern Oklahoma. That's your area of circulation right there. This is for Petite, Oklahoma. That's the county. How many tornadoes today? I could not tell you. I don't know really how many we've had. We had the tornado emergency earlier, which that caught me by surprise how fast that happened. But other than that, I really couldn't tell you. I think we've had at least like 7 or 8 tornadoes, maybe a bit more than that. Here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. Tornado, wind damage, and isolated large hail threats will continue for the next few hours in eastern Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas and southern Missouri. So that's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. Max pretends to sleep. That is correct. We do not actually sleep here. We are just built different. That is how it's done. We are built different. There is a tornado watch, I believe, for Springfield still. That rotation, by the way, a little bit broader in the latest scan. It's still there. There's a little bit of rotation still in this storm. Continue to stay in your safe place. Springfield is under the tornado watch still, but the storms are now to your east. You are pretty much done if you're in Springfield. Do have wind damage being reported on the east side of Indianola. Report of a tree and large branches down at the intersection of S23 and Highway 92. Need sleep when you can survive on you can survive on Circle and Culver's. Yeah, I mean, Circle is not really filling me up, but I have not eaten like legitimately in like 6 hours. It's been bad. I have cold French fries from Chick-fil-A sitting next to me. That is how down bad we are right now on food. Alright, once again, this is the tornado warning in Oklahoma. We're watching all the storms, but really the most concerning one right now is this one in Oklahoma and the one in Iowa. All these, again, are still radar indicated. Any tornado damage around Bolivar, Missouri? I don't know, but it's a fancy name, and I like saying it. Bolivar. No, I don't think we've had anything confirmed yet there. I mean, I didn't see a tornado on the ground on radar when that happened, so there may have been something, but just nothing definitive on radar that we saw that would have confirmed that. Have a good night, Ro. Is the line breaking into 2? No. This is just an outflow boundary.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning in Oklahoma. This is near Dustin. Very small area. If you're in this tornado warning, again, seek shelter, away from windows, and lowest floor possible. I don't have a great radar view of this. But that area of rotation would be just to the west and southwest of Dustin. That right there is your area of rotation. So another tornado warning here in Oklahoma. Guys, do not correct me on Bolivar. It's always going to be Bolivar in my heart. Bolivar, Missouri. But again, this is in Dustin, Oklahoma. So again, if you're in Dustin, seek shelter, away from windows, lowest floor possible. This warning, once again, goes until 2:15 Central Time. It's still going, and it's almost 2. It's the power of the QLCS tornadoes, my friend. We got 2 tornado warnings now in eastern Oklahoma. Yeah, Barnsdall, unfortunately, was hit really hard in Oklahoma. Unfortunately, they suffered really big damage, and unfortunately, you know, it's going to be a massive cleanup. But the hope is that, you know, everybody survived there, most importantly, and everybody's okay. Hopefully that happened, but, you know, we haven't had really any sort of updates yet. I think we at least had 1 confirmed fatality in Barnsdale. I could be wrong. So, fortunately, that happened. Morning from Knoxville, Iowa. Good morning. It's only 2 in the morning. Here's that area of circulation. Again, still broad, just southwest of Dustin. It'll be going towards Hannah over the next several minutes. And then the one that's back over to the north of Marble City, still broad, mostly wind, I would say, right now. And then the ones that are in Missouri are also still kind of on the broader side of things. If anything happens here, we'll keep you posted, but it's all broad. That's just west of Columbia. And then the rotation that's back up near Knoxville. This is where we're looking for rotation. Southeast of Des Moines. I don't even think it's really rotation anymore, but if that is, you know, maybe the one near Pella might be rotating more than anything. Again, still a potential for a tornado here as this moves northeast. Just southwest, or southeast, sorry, of Des Moines. Yeah, there were a lot of gas leaks being reported there in Barnsdall, sorry. Thank you, by the way, Lori, for the $30 Venmo. I do appreciate your generosity. Thank you. I appreciate everybody's generosity, by the way, today. If you super chatted, became a member, anything like that, I do appreciate it. Again, I probably didn't get to all of them, but I do appreciate you if you did become a member, or donated, or super chatted, or Venmoed, or whatever it might have been. If you did something as simple as subscribing and liking the stream, also, I appreciate you guys a lot. Again, we have so many tornado warnings happening, it's very hard to get to all those notifications. Hopefully you guys can understand that. Alright. I just chugged like that entire water bottle. I have like no water left already. Alright. Still some rotation here. Monroe, Pella, in Iowa. And then these warnings might not be continuing. We'll see. Looks like mostly wind out of these storms. I mean, we could still get an isolated tornado. I don't see anything definitive on radar here in Missouri that looks like it's about to produce something. We are just so far away from radar sites, so once again, it is pretty hard to tell what's actually happening. But I'm not seeing anything super strong here on radar that would indicate that there's about to be a tornado here. How can you tell where the rotation is? Lots of practice. Lots of practice. If you actually want to know how to figure that out, I have a tutorial video in the playlist tab that you can watch. It's how to identify a tornado on radar. It's an entire tutorial video for it. It's crazy that over 12,000 of you are still watching this stream at almost 2 a.m. Just for the record. Now, obviously, there are tornado warnings, but it's still pretty crazy. Alright, one of the tornado warnings was just canceled. I think it was one in Missouri. The Randolph and Howard tornado warning still continues. Thank you, Cap, for the $10 super chat. Can't tell you how much your analysis helped me through less anxiety today. You're awesome. I'm glad I can help you. It's the goal here. Again, we're not trying to scare the crap out of you unless there's an actual large tornado or something like that. No dramatic stuff here. Still got rotation right over the 10 Killer Lake, or 10 Killer Ferry Lake in Oklahoma. That's moving towards the north side of Marble City. Stillwell and Honey Hill will be on the track of this as well in Oklahoma. $4:50 p.m. for me? Where are you? Love for it to be 4:50 p.m. for me right now. The storm surging right up I-44. Visually, it looks like the inflow to the south is contributing and making it accelerate. In St. Louis, I'm prone to losing power. Unfortunately, I do think St. Louis will at least have some level of wind tonight, maybe damaging winds. So yeah, again, if you're in St. Louis, just be prepared, have flashlights on hand, that sort of thing. And you may or may not lose power. Some areas, if you're prone to it, you more than likely could lose power tonight. Got a hook echo, by the way, on the storm now near Dustin. This is, again, Dustin, Oklahoma for that particular hook echo that we have here. So if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place. Still has a chance to produce a tornado. Thank you, Brandon, for the $20 super chat. Where do I go on Omega to access velocity? Bottom right. Right there. Just click it, and then click velocities. Hopefully that helps. The other tornado warning in Missouri has also been canceled. So we have 2 tornado warnings in Oklahoma right now, and then we got 1 in Iowa, which is southeast of Des Moines. Yeah, so here's my overall thoughts, and I know a lot of people have been kind of wondering, like, do you think this is a bust today? I would say overall, I do think it was a little bit over forecasted, but even then, the ingredients that were there today, I think definitely warranted a high risk for severe weather. I mean, if you look at the tornado parameter values, if you look at the wind shear across the entire atmosphere, it was very, very strong. I mean, we had a very favorable environment here today for long-tracked and strong tornadoes. We actually had one, again, in Barnsdall, and as well as Bartlesville. If that line of storms did not merge... Sorry, I hit my mic. If that line of storms did not merge with that discrete supercell when that tornado was happening, that tornado would have probably been on the ground for over an hour, probably all the way through Bartlesville as a very strong tornado. Probably would have been very catastrophic for Bartlesville. Luckily, Bartlesville did not see super catastrophic damage, but they could have if that continued. And even then, we probably could have seen something even more significant than that. That could have gone all the way into Kansas. I mean, that's how significant that storm was. The good news is that that line of storms really caught up to that discrete cell. Otherwise, that could have been bad, bad, bad. It really would have been even worse than what it already was. Rotation still on the stronger side in the middle of nowhere here near Highway 82 in Oklahoma. Closest area is Cookson, Dry Creek, and Caney Ridge near Petite Bay. I would not be surprised if we got a new warning on this down the road. Had a tree fall on my house in Joplin from the winds earlier, or a quick spin up. Yeah, I think it was wind. I'm glad you're all right though, Coach Rick. Thank you for your $9.99. Yeah, I think that threat was all wind. Yeah, I would rather there be a high risk with maybe only 1 strong tornado than there being a marginal threat with 16 strong tornadoes, if you know what I mean. Like, the fact of the matter is, if the risk is low, people are not going to pay attention as much. It's just how it goes. So luckily everybody was paying attention. Hopefully Bartlesville and the Barnsdall area were prepared for today, but the damage looked very significant there. Oh my goodness, I've gone through about 8 water bottles today. On another one. Barnsdall was evacuated due to gas leaks and major fires. Yeah, unfortunately, that area really got a lot of bad damage. Good old Dasani water. Am I diabetic? I'm not diabetic, no. I'm drinking water so I have my voice tomorrow. Trying to keep it going. We're gonna be live the next 3 days, so including tomorrow, like basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So trying to keep our voice intact. Am I Superman? I'm also not Superman, no. I'd say the Gone Forever stage of the flying trampoline meter did not verify, though, today. I don't think we had very many flying trampolines. I do think we could get an extension on this warning, going towards Stillwell and Honey Hill in Oklahoma. Rotation is definitely still on the stronger side of things. Thank you, Bonnie, for the $10 donation. Appreciate that, thank you. See what the velocity show. No CC drop as of now, which means no debris signature. No debris being lofted up into the atmosphere right now. Gotta charge my phone. Hey, Raymond, for the $25 donation. Appreciate that. With pizza. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate your generosity. I need some better pizza than Papa John's, so that's for sure. Here's the latest scan. Again, still not strong. It's, I would say, moderately strong right now here. Just west of Stillwell, Oklahoma. Again, this is in eastern Oklahoma right now. And then the other tornado warning that is ongoing near Duke. Or, sorry, not Duke. Dustin is definitely a little bit weaker. I'm not seeing as much rotation. Still could produce something. The storm near Sulphur has also died. It is pretty much done. So let's get some confetti in the chat for that. Thank goodness. That storm could have been bad. You know, if it did develop, that could have been a bad storm. But luckily the cap or whatever might be in place down there, I'm guessing it's a cap, kind of prevented that storm from ramping up there. Either that or just moisture. Thank you, Steve, for becoming a Velocity member. Again, this is the rotation near Petite in Oklahoma. I'm still watching the rotation, by the way, on my phone back up in Iowa, but that rotation's pretty broad right now. The only rotation on that storm that I'm seeing, the Pella area doesn't really have much rotation anymore. Reznor really is the only area with rotation, just to the west of Sully. I'll go back to Iowa in a minute if there's anything that develops there. Tita is a small town. It is a small town. But it is going towards a more populated area like Stillwell and Honey Hill. This is really the strongest rotation that we have right now. I'll go back up to the north after we get another radar scan on this. Southwest Missouri, I think most of those areas are done. If you are getting storms here soon or are being hit by storms right now, the main concern is wind. Damaging winds up to 60 would be the main concern. You're good, zombie. No problem. Don't worry about it. Be going back up to Iowa whenever this warning or this area updates. All right, let's check it out. That's pretty. It's definitely pretty strong here near Dry Creek, east of Cookson in Oklahoma. We'll go back to that in a second. I do think they'll probably issue a new warning on that here soon. The tornado warning that's over in Dustin, Oklahoma, was canceled. The rotation that is east of Monroe in Iowa, still relatively broad. That's the main area. We got a little bit near Pella, but it's pretty broad. Just kind of three areas. They're all pretty weak and broad areas of rotation right now, east of Des Moines. So, once again, not super significant. But we do still have some rotation in those areas that we're watching, maybe for an isolated tornado, as that continues to move northeast towards Grinnell, Montezuma, near Newton, in Iowa. Again, just east of Des Moines. And then all the storms right now, all across the board right now in Missouri, are all wind. With tornado possible labels, meaning a tornado is possible basically out of any of those storms, but the main concern is going to be damaging winds. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of rotation on those storms at this point. Yeah, I'm mostly just seeing wind across the board. We got a lot of damage reports on one of these roads. Looks like a lot of trees down. Got a lot of trees down right there near Lori and Versailles. So that's still a threat up there. But right now, the strongest rotation, which this is actually broadened on the latest scan, is going to be, again, in Petite County, Oklahoma. And the warning, by the way, in Iowa was just canceled. So we no longer have a tornado warning, but damaging winds is still a concern there. And then the one west of Stillwell, rotation looks a bit broader at this time. Thank you, Steve, for becoming a minimum velocity member. I think I already said that, but appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff, for the $5 Venmo. Papa John's is great pizza. I won't say it otherwise. I have to hard disagree. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's great, though. Versailles sounds nice. Again, it sounds fancy. We'll go with Versailles. Just like Bolivar, Missouri. All fantastic names. Welcome to the amazing pronunciation club here on the Max Velocity channel. I'm glad you're a part of it. We're going to make up pronunciations because they sound cooler. Thank you, Jennifer, for becoming a maximum velocity member. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the velocities. Yeah, this is the tornado warning in eastern Oklahoma. Still got rotation. They'll be going towards Stillwell, and as well as Honey Hill. It's broad as of right now. I don't know if this warning will continue. It looked a bit stronger a couple minutes ago. It's broadening out a little bit here over the last couple scans. Might still be enough for a warning. We'll see. Are we about to get hammered in Eufaula, Oklahoma? I mean, the main concern across the board is just wind. You're not even under a severe thunderstorm warning, so it's mostly just rain and some gusty winds, and that's really about it. What color table is this? You can download it on my Discord server. The link's in the description. Inflow is dying. Yeah, there's not much of a hook there anymore. Wasn't much of an inflow to begin with, but it was a little bit stronger there a few scans ago. It's kind of broadening again. Eufaula, sorry. Eufaula also sounds fancy. I forgot about that. I actually know that pronunciation. It is Eufaula, not Eufalia. My bad. Our pronunciations are horrendous. They sound cool, though. You gotta admit, they do sound cool. This warning does go for 13 more minutes, but that rotation's gonna be out of the warning here in about a minute. So, if there's a new tornado warning, it'll probably be issued in the next few minutes. But if not, it'll probably be discontinued. Caw. Yes, go Battlehawks. I love the Battlehawks. A brief for the 499, any rotation near Fort Smith? No, I mean, we don't have any storms even near Fort Smith right now. Still a little ways away from this activity, but the main concern will be damaging winds. I don't think the tornado risk will be that significant there. It's not even raining in Fort Smith? Yeah, I mean, you're still a little ways out. Yeah, rotation's a bit broader there. It looks like mostly wind now near Stillwell. So that tornado warning will probably end up being canceled. This is the area of storms, by the way, just for reference. We got storms all in a line right now. It's a massive area. This is the area of storms that we got going right now, up and down the board. That is your line. It is a huge area. It is huge. It is officially after 3 a.m. my time. Good times. Let me check timing tomorrow. I need to figure out how long we're going to be live tonight. I need to see what the timing is tomorrow for severe weather. Because again, we're going to be live again tomorrow, so if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. But let me check the timing for tomorrow to see what time we have to go live. because that'll determine how long we're live tonight. We're not going to be live probably for that line of storms in the morning in the Midwest. It just will not be that significant. It's not concerning for the record. So if you're in like Illinois, again, isolated damaging winds, the main concern. St. Louis, probably going to be damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado. So we will have to go live probably tomorrow. I don't even know if we're going to really see that much of a significant tornado risk tomorrow. I'm kind of surprised they issued a significant tornado risk. I might be missing something, but it looks like we'll probably have to go live around 4 Central. Okay, so we got time. We don't have to end the stream. We are still good. Thank you, Taylor, for the 1999. Can you go back? Can St. Louis go back to sleep? Yeah, go to sleep. And the storms are about an hour-ish out, maybe an hour and a half. The main concern will be wind. Maybe even about 2 hours out, possibly. But mainly wind, maybe an isolated tornado risk. Yes, there is a 10% hatched area tomorrow. I haven't really looked at the ingredients for tomorrow, honestly. I was mostly focused on Monday, Wednesday. Let me check the ingredients, though, real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at those significant tornado parameter values. Sheesh. The HRRR printing numbers around 5 to 6 tomorrow across Indiana. This would be mostly between about 4 Central all the way up until 9 or 10 o'clock or so. It's about a 6-hour event tomorrow. So we'll be live. Who shouldn't go to sleep? Any of you guys can go to sleep. If you're anywhere in the, in the tornado watches, you can go to sleep. Just, again, make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts, have a tornado action plan in place, have flashlights ready, and also, you should make sure that you have shoes handy in case you do end up going under a tornado warning. Because if you do end up getting hit by a tornado, there's another tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
As I was saying, if you do get hit by a tornado, you don't want to be walking with your bare feet on debris. So, in the unlikely scenario that happens, you want to have that ready. New tornado warning for St. Robert, Missouri, south of Crocker, south of Dixon. And if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter, away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible. By the way, Shirley, I didn't see your super chat, but the main concern again is damaging winds there. And this is a new tornado warning right along Interstate 44 near Waynesville and St. Robert. Rotation's actually a bit on the stronger side of things. That's your rotation right there. That's been going right into Waynesville and St. Robert. So again, if you're in the tornado warning, the pink polygon, you got to seek shelter away from windows on the lowest floor possible. Scipio, Oklahoma. The main concern out of that would most likely just be wind. I don't. There's not really. I mean, you should take shelter if you are in that area because of the wind threat, but otherwise, there's. I don't see an imminent tornado right now in Oklahoma. And also, thank you, Shepard, for the $5 Venmo. I'm glad I can help relieve your stress. It's the point of these live streams. Do we have any other virtual rail fan cameras? We do. I'm not sure what other ones we have, though. We're kind of running out of some of them, at least in the risk area. The Fort Madison one will be in the line for the storms. Oklahoma City is not. Yeah, we don't really have any. At least for today, we don't really have any. Yeah, we have La Plata, Missouri, but that one's just kind of out of the way of the storms right now. Latest radar scan still showing some rotation. It's not super strong, but it's definitely there, and that's near Waynesville and St. Robert. The tornado warning in Oklahoma has officially been canceled, or has ended. Yeah, it has been canceled. Thank you, Laura, for the $10 donation. I do appreciate it. I'm glad I can help. Thank you for your generosity. I do appreciate it. How am I still awake? I can go for a long time, I'll tell you that. I mean, we've done this before. We did a 15-hour live stream day, which we had a break in between, but this is our longest consecutive live stream at 14 hours now. Pretty crazy. All right, guys, let's not do the, you know, those sort of jokes, please. Thank you. We don't need another one of these nights. Trying to stay hydrated. By the way, how long have you guys all been here for? I'm just curious. We did a little poll on this earlier, but including the first live stream, which we had to end because of the archive issue. Now, this is the tornado warning again if you're just tuning in. Back over near Waynesville and St. Robert in Missouri. Yeah, broad circulation just north of Interstate 44, approaching Waynesville and St. Robert. Also, thank you, Patty, for becoming a Maximum Velocity member. Thank you, Yulty, for the $15 super chat. Jefferson City. Jefferson City's just looking at wind. Yeah, looking at wind. That's about it. I don't see anything else. I was looking at my phone. 5 seconds. Nice. 14 hours? That is crazy. Been here the entire time? Some of you guys have been here for the entire time, which is crazy. Not even 10 minutes? That's a mood. Yeah, this rotation's not looking too impressive. There's some rotation, but it's just not much. Yeah, this will be moving towards Waynesville and St. Robert over the next few minutes. It's not really strong rotation. If it does strengthen, obviously I'll let you know. It's kind of broad rotation right now. Thank you, Judy, for becoming a Velocity member. Been here since the Barnsdalls tornado. Yeah, that was a big tornado. And I don't think we'll have any, survey on that, probably. I mean, we will have surveys, but we probably won't have any official rating on that for a couple days. But that was a big tornado. By the way, I will not have a video tomorrow. We're just gonna go right into a live stream tomorrow. Right around like 4 o'clock or so, probably. Latest scan showing broader rotation, by the way, on the storm. But yeah, tomorrow the plan is we're just gonna go live. We're not gonna do a video tomorrow. So for those that are wondering, we'll do probably some sort of forecast update on Wednesday, either that night. We might even do a video forecast the morning of. So stay tuned for that. How's the desk? We've been using it the entire stream. It's actually been pretty good. I gotta say, it's actually been a pretty good upgrade. I was a little bit skeptical before we went live. I was kind of, on the edge about using this desk, but we actually got kind of like a square outline. So I'll do a quick picture. This is what it looks like. So this is what the desk looks like. This is me right here. And so when we have our new computer and everything, it's probably going to be right in here. Our 4 monitor setup will be right in the middle with the 4 monitors or whatever it is. With the main monitor right here. Our laptop or whatever it might be would probably be on the side over here with another monitor maybe right here. That's the setup. But I'll do it again. I'll do a full tour sort of thing for members only once that actually is all set up. It's not set up yet. And the computer building stream again's on Friday. I'll try to take a photo and post it on Twitter tomorrow if I can, but it's a little bit hard. And the only tornado warning we have is near St. Robert is broad rotation near Interstate 44, St. Robert, and Waynesville. So can continue to stay in your safe place if you're in this warning. How are the storms in Oklahoma City? Main concern are today and tomorrow. We're done in Oklahoma City. And I don't think we'll have anything tomorrow. And even Wednesday for that fact. Taylor, the threat of tornadoes is definitely going to go down once these storms get closer to St. Louis. What kind of PC am I getting? It's going to be custom built. We're going to do a full computer building stream for members only on Friday to build out that computer and probably set up a lot of our stuff in the studio because we have a lot of upgrades. We got 4 monitors coming in. We're going to have, 6 or 7 total monitors. It's going to be a big upgrade. I'm excited for it. Evansville, Indiana. We're not looking at anything probably until tomorrow or Wednesday. And again, I'm not going to talk much about those 2 days until tomorrow because it just my voice would give out if we did. Thank you, Steve, for becoming a Velocity member as well. Now we're getting a GTX 4070, and that's the one part that has not come in yet for that, by the way. Otherwise, we would be able to build a computer now. I'm not even sure when it's supposed to arrive. I don't know if it's even been shipped yet. Check. Still has not even been shipped yet, the GTX. That's the one problem. We might not get our GTX until, like, last second. Stock PC specs. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it some other time. When we do the members only stream, we'll definitely talk about it more in depth. Thank you, Kyle in for becoming a maximum velocity member. This rotation near St. Robert's kind of died out. I don't think this warning's going to continue. What's going on with the one in St. Robert? It's just broad rotation. I don't see much. Again, we're far away from radar sites, so it's hard to tell. So stay in your safe place if you're in this warning, but I'm not seeing much right now. That rotation would be north of Interstate 40. Yeah, Nancy, you're fine in Davenport. You're good. Yeah, mainly damaging winds overnight tonight. This is in central Missouri. Did I eat? No, I've not. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything in like 6 hours. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna go to bed after the stream's done, so I don't have to worry about eating. When's the live ending? We'll see. Just kind of playing it by ear right now. Anyone asleep? We probably have about 1,000 people watching right now that are actually sleeping. Fun fact. While the other 11,000 are probably actively watching. What happens if you have work tomorrow? You go to work. I don't know what kind of question that is. We'll be working tomorrow. We'll be live pretty much all day. Not all day, but a lot of the day tomorrow. It's mentioning me on a Domino's Pizza post on Twitter. The National Weather Service just tweeted 16 minutes ago. For the first time in hours, we have no convective or severe weather tornado warnings in our area. Yippee! I think we're going to be kind of done in Oklahoma. Threat should be pretty low overall at this point for any damaging winds, hail, or tornadoes. Oh, I see now. Somebody was talking about a damage post. Yeah, so the threat tomorrow is going to be across the Ohio Valley. Again, we'll be live tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. A regional tornado, or not regional, but more of like a small-scale tornado outbreak will be possible across the Ohio Valley. That's anywhere in the orange-shaded area. So we could see some strong tornadoes tomorrow once again in the Ohio Valley. We'll be live on the channel. Subscribe down below if you're new here. Or I'm planning on being live. If I have a voice tomorrow, we'll be live. If I don't have a voice, we're not going to be live. But I should, hopefully. My voice doesn't sound bad, I know, but it does hurt a little bit. should be fine, hopefully. Let's hope. If not, it could be a disaster. And then going into Wacky Weather Wednesday, we do have a large enhanced risk where a tornado outbreak and a severe weather outbreak in general are likely, with strong tornadoes being a possibility anywhere from Missouri and Texas back into Kentucky and the Ohio Valley. All right, that's what we're talking about for Wednesday. But tossing trampolines on Tacos Tuesday could be a bit interesting there in the Ohio Valley. Drink honey. I don't have honey. You better be live. Wow, a lot of exclamation points. Somebody really wants me to be live.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, new tornado warning in southern Missouri, southeast of Springfield. Near Ava, Brushy Knob, Veracruz, Filer, Van Zant, Drury, Topaz, and Ann. The area of circulation is right here. It's not super strong, but if it does drop a tornado, it would be near Ava going towards Brushy Knob. Moving eastbound. Brushy Knob, yes, that's a town name apparently. I was thinking the same thing. Dude, you're absolute grinder. Can tell you love to do this. I know. I love to do it. I mean, I wouldn't do this if I didn't love it. I would not be live this late, but I thoroughly enjoy doing severe weather coverage. Even if my voice is like blown out of proportions at this point, I still love covering weather. Yeah, we've been live. We're gonna be live for about, if we go for 40 more minutes, we'll be live for a total of 15 hours straight today. Just for the record, I've been working literally all day. I've been up. We were building a desk before I went live, and then we went live right after that was done. Any idea how concerned we should be in southern Michigan around 4 to 5 p.m.? Any ideas if there should be a concern for severe weather risk? Again, I'll talk about more tomorrow. I don't think Michigan's going to be that bad. Southern side of the state, be very weather aware, but anywhere central and northern should be minimal. I just don't expect much there. And if you're just tuning in, we have 2 tornado warnings. This is the one near Ava, Missouri, and the other one's up near St. Robert has actually just been canceled. So we're just down to this one tornado warning now near Ava. Watching you on Netflix? Are you watching the Tom Brady roast? I started watching that last night, and it was actually very entertaining. You're a madman. This is why you're my favorite weather man on YouTube. Can't believe you're still alive. I appreciate that, Kale. Yeah, again, we're always live. Thank you, bidder, for the $9.99. Props to the FEMA Region 7 and KCMO. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, again, big props to any first responders in general. They are a big help with these sort of events. Thank you, Julie, for becoming a Velocity member. I want to see a Max Velocity roast. We need to get, like, all the big weather YouTubers and streamers out there, like Storm Chasers and everything. We gotta get all of them in one place for a roast. That would be pretty crazy. That would be incredible. It's gotta happen. Still not seeing much here, but we don't have a new radar scan yet. It would be brutal. It would be really funny. I would thoroughly enjoy that. That'd be so funny. Where'd I get my radio voice training? I didn't get it anywhere. I literally just talk like this. This is not radio talking voicing. By the way, this rotation does not look like much. Looks like more of a wind threat for Brushy Knob, Van Zant, Drury, and Topaz, but if anything changes, we'll let you know. Yeah, I mean, I've done no training for this. This is just natural. Thank you, Adam, for the $4.99. You check on Iowa? Might as well. I mean, that warning's kind of not doing much. Mostly just wind. I don't see any rotation here. It's just wind. Wind is the main concern, and that's it. And a lot of lightning and rain. That's it. Yeah, I trained myself. There you go. Yes, and Brushy Knob. Stop making fun of Brushy Knob. The people there are not happy with you. I don't know if... Is this an actual town? I don't know if there's even any places here. I don't know if this is an actual town. Got Cold Spring to the east, too. Scott, I recommend Radar Omega. The link's at the top of the description for any weather app sort of stuff. Like that's the weather app that I use throughout the entire live stream, and I love it. Yeah, once again, I'm not seeing much rotation here. Might be something small right here. It's just not much, but there might be something like little small area there just southwest of Brushy Knob. There's like a little CC there. Just it's not definitive for a CC drop, but there's a little bit of something there. I think it's just enough to keep a tornado warning for now. Autumn, the main concern anywhere in Missouri right now is wind. I mean, you could get a brief tornado, but I think the tornado risk is going to be going down. I do not think Southern Illinois has a high risk for tornadoes today. I think it's a low risk. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday on the other hand, could be different. It could be a bit on the higher side. At least a medium risk probably for tornadoes there. I don't know how to say your name. Drenny. That is the upfront cost that comes with a bunch of features, but there's also subscriptions if you want more features like the computer models and like satellite imagery and stuff like that. Are we safe to sleep in Springfield, Missouri? You sure are. I don't even think you're in the watch anymore. I could be wrong. Yeah, you're not even in the watch anymore. You're done. If you're in Springfield, you can go to bed. If you're anywhere, honestly, you can go to bed. Just have ways to receive alerts. Like, I don't care if you stop watching the stream. Just go to bed. Just go to bed. It's fine. Unless you're under a current tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning or something like that. You know, stay away from windows and all that. But make sure that you have multiple ways to receive alerts, have a tornado action plan in place, and all that sort of stuff.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning north of Fort Smith, near Stillwell, Winslow, Honey Hill, and that rotation is intensifying. This is a storm that's been going for a while. Oh, that's on the ground. That is, I believe, on the ground. You might have a tornado on the ground here in Oklahoma. Or unless that's just a CC error. Not era. Can't tell for sure. That's, man, that rotation is strong. Oh, that almost is on. That has to be on the ground. Come on, CC update. That might be on the ground again. That's near Evansville. This tornado could be on the ground. Again, seek shelter if you're in this warning. That is a tornado. I'm almost sure of that being a tornado. This is a tornado on the ground. Just in case, we are going to sound the alarm.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Alright, we have to focus up. That looks like a tornado on the ground to me. Again, rotation's very strong. We got a CC drop. The CC is a little bit ahead of the, rotation. But that tornado is going to be crossing right into Arkansas. So if you're in this warning, you've got to seek shelter immediately. Away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. This is just north of Fort Smith right now, moving eastbound. I would not be surprised if this got upgraded to something higher than just a on-the-ground tornado. If this is all verified, which I think that is a tornado. The velocities are, again, a little bit behind the CC, but that lines up perfectly with what we got here for a tornado. It's near Highway 59, going to be approaching Chester and Winslow, Arkansas. A CC drop represents debris being lifted up into the atmosphere on radar. I mean, I'm guessing that's gonna be upgraded. I think. I mean, that's a tornado again near Honey Hill, Oklahoma. Gonna be going right into western Arkansas, just north of Fort Smith. That debris signature looks significant. If that is truly debris, that's a significant debris signature. It's rural mountains, thankfully. Yeah, hopefully this stays rural. It looks pretty rural in this area, but, you know, nonetheless, definitely concerning. Any tornado is concerning, whether it's rural or not. The ones we had in Texas weren't super bad, but... Okay, if that could still be our tornado just south of Evansville. Waiting for the velocities to update. Velocities are behind by 4 minutes. See if the velocities are updating on my phone. No? There you go. Yeah, that's a tornado. This is a confirmed tornado officially now by the National Weather Service.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So again, this is a tornado on the ground in Oklahoma crossing into Arkansas right now, north of Fort Smith. So if you're in this warning, you got to seek shelter. That's a pretty large debris signature, by the way. I mean, this could be a strong tornado as it moves eastbound. Not PDS, but it is observed and confirmed by radar. Again, moving eastbound. So if you're in this tornado warning near Odell, Floss, Strickler, Blackburn, Barnyard, or Banyard, near Chester, north of Fort Smith, again, you've got to seek shelter immediately, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Once again, this is a confirmed tornado that is moving eastbound right now. This is for Chester and Evansville, Arkansas. Confirmed tornado moving eastbound. That is a large debris signature. I mean, we got trees being lifted up probably into the atmosphere right now. Possibly even homes. I don't know if there's really many homes on the track of this, but that could also be what that is. I mean, we have a significant debris signature on radar. This is possibly even a strong tornado right now moving towards Odell, Banyard, and Interstate 49. Just trees in the CC? Okay, so it's mostly trees, most likely. Velocities haven't updated here. I highly doubt there are any storm chasers out there. I highly doubt it. I'd be shocked. I might have like a few, but there's probably not many, especially in this area. There's your tornado. And still a tornado on the ground, approaching Odell, Floss, near Evansville, Arkansas. It'll be approaching Banyard and Interstate 49, just north of Lee Creek. So again, if you're in this tornado warning, seek shelter, away from windows, lowest floor possible. That's the debris signature. It's going to be approaching Odell, Arkansas over the next few minutes. This is north of Fort Smith for reference. There is a tornado warning in Alva, Missouri, but it didn't look as concerning. We're going to stay on this one. This one's definitely more concerning. Alright, tornado warning no longer really includes Evansville, but it does continue near Odell. Yeah, this is not a PDS tornado, but it is a, confirmed tornado. Nonetheless, it is a tornado, lifting up potentially trees or potentially some other buildings as well.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That made me jump. Got a new warning north of St. Robert. Near Dixon. Strong couplet near Dixon. Seek shelter if you're in Dixon or Vienna. That could drop a tornado at any time. That's strong rotation right now in Missouri. Moving northeast. We still got a debris signature right now in Arkansas. North of Fort Smith and going towards Chester. So still a confirmed tornado moving eastbound.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Another one? We got another one up in west of Quincy. So if you are currently east of Kirksville near Adena or Bering or Knox City, you need to seek shelter as well, away from windows, lowest floor possible. Wow. These warnings just never stop. But again, this is the confirmed tornado near Odell. That is your debris signature. It's going right through Odell right now. So that tornado hitting Odell currently in Arkansas, north of Fort Smith. I believe the tornado warning in Ava, I believe, just got canceled. Just an FYI. But we still have 3 tornado warnings, 2 new ones, one north of St. Robert, and then the other one back up further north and west of Quincy. Can't remember what the city was even called anymore. I'm forgetting names already. That was Marys, Phillips, in Pulaski County in Missouri, and then also Knox County. Knox City, that's what it was. We owe you many caffeines. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how in the world we've been live for almost 15 hours straight, and it's almost 4 in the morning for me, by the way. Good times. This is still a confirmed tornado. I mean, that's strong rotation. I mean, it's pretty strong, to say the least. This is strong rotation. This is obviously a tornado all day, but it's at least going through mostly rural areas here in Arkansas, but definitely a strong tornado in progress right now. Big debris signature on this as well. Lots of trees probably being lifted up into the atmosphere by this. Might have enough sleep before the next stream. Yeah, I will. The timing for tomorrow is like 4 to like 10 or something, so we'll be fine. This is still a tornado on the ground near Odell. It's not showing any signs of weakening right now. This could turn into a strong and long track tornado. I mean, it's been on the ground for a while now. Going towards Blackburn, Banyard, and just northwest of Chester right now in Arkansas. Still got a large debris signature on this. Looks like a rain wrap tornado as well. And this is the tornado warning near Dixon. Rotation a little bit broader, just to the north of Dixon. And the Knox storm up here to the north. Can't really see anything, but if you're in Adena, Novelty or Knox City in Missouri, continue to stay in your safe place. Let's go back to the confirmed tornado. Look at that. I mean, that CC drop is mostly just trees being lifted up into the atmosphere, probably, but that is a serious correlation coefficient drop there. And that is right now moving eastbound, going towards Winslow down the road. John, that is in the description below. All of our links and everything's in the description, including Venmo. Look at the CC drop. I'm looking at it. This is trees that are being lifted up into the atmosphere more than likely. That's the hope. Hopefully, it's not hitting any homes. I don't see many streets here. There might be a few, but hopefully, you know, if anybody's in this tornado warning, they're getting to their safe place. I really hope it's just trees, and not people, because it's nighttime. It's literally 2:30 in the morning. A lot of people are probably sleeping here, and the word may or may not get out about this. It does include a population of 1,644 people, but I think Chester is the main location, and Chester's down here. And hopefully the population is 1,644 in Chester and not kind of split up into this area where the tornado's happening in Arkansas. Because it is a pretty, at least strong-looking tornado right now on radar. It's crazy you're still live at 2:30. This is the latest I think we've ever been live until. We've never been live this late. Like ever. If we still have a tornado on the ground, it's right over Odell, Arkansas, that black circle where the debris signature is. They're moving eastbound right now. And it looks to be broadening a little bit, so a little bit broader of rotation on this storm. And this was confirmed. The Alva storm was not a confirmed tornado. World record for a live. It is a personal record for the longest straight live streaming we've ever done at 14.5 hours. I said it before today started. I mean, man, today was expected to be the longest live stream I've ever done, and we've definitely done that. Odell, a population of 255. Well, I mean, some of those people are probably just hit by that tornado, unfortunately, on the west side of town at least, and maybe in the downtown area there, or wherever the center area is of Odell, Arkansas. Hopefully they got the word, but that's definitely a dangerous storm. Rotation did broaden on the latest scan. There's still a little bit of debris in the atmosphere, but for the most part, it's kind of tapering down. This tornado does not look like it's on the ground anymore. I did not get something to eat. No, we've not eaten. That should be fun. Doing fine right now. No problem, Scott. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I'm always online. We're always online for everything. Check the day 3 outlook. Oh, did it just come out? We're up so late that we're seeing the day 3 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. I just want you to know that. That never happens, by the way. I'm never up till 3:30 a.m. trying to look at the SBC update. With that said, it is just a large slight risk. That's going to include areas near the Gulf Coast, back into the East Coast. Again, we'll probably be live for this. Isolated to scattered severe storms possible. If we don't go live, I might actually go storm chase that. So we'll see. One of the two. Not far from storm chasing that, so that is a possibility. Speaking in British, you need to donate Costco hot dogs to you. That'd be awesome, honestly. I haven't had a Costco hot dog in so long. All right, we'll do this one more radar scan, and we'll see what happens. Might even be another debris signature here. Can't tell yet. We'll go back to Missouri if this doesn't drop again. Thank you, John. Appreciate the $5 Venmo. We're always live, even East Texas. That could be a debris signature again near Floss, by the way. Can't tell. The velocity's an update, but that could be an intensification area again. It's a little bit hard to tell. But if there's a tornado still on the ground, it's right over Floss, Arkansas. But the velocities will not update here. People in Chester, Arkansas right now are standing on the back porch watching. Really? People are up this late watching? Still, like, this late watching outside their, doors? I would not be watching outside. It's nighttime. I'm not gonna see anything. There's a lot of lightning, but I would not be looking outside. It's too dangerous. Thank you, Chris, for the $5 super chat. Cheese curds. Might have to do that tomorrow. If we're live a long time tomorrow, we might have to DoorDash some food. I didn't DoorDash today at all. But we might have to do that tomorrow. Keith, I don't know what you're saying, by the way, about Bolivar, Missouri. I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna be honest with you. For some reason, this rotation or the velocities just aren't updating on here. They are very hit or miss sometimes on updating. They do update a little bit differently from the correlation coefficient and the reflectivity. Quick update on Missouri. We do have a tornado warning north of St. Robert. Again, broad circulation near Vienna. Not really that impressive. And then we also have rotation once again east of Kirksville. That is also trying to do something, but once again, it's hard to see anything on radar. Just stay in your safe place if you're in that warning. Again, that's near Edina and near Knox City. Missouri. I don't see, the rotation's not very strong anymore, but could still be something. Again, near Floss, Arkansas, just northwest of Chester. Hey, by the way, West Forster for the $15 Venmo. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Usurpat, for the $20 super chat. I appreciate that. John Cena. New severe thunderstorm warning also for Fort Smith for damaging winds up to 60. Just heads up there. This has been downgraded, by the way, back down to radar indicated, so it's no longer confirmed. It is back to radar indicated rotation in western Arkansas. Thank you, Kelly, for becoming a moderate velocity member. And welcome to the velocities. These comments are going out of hand. They're always out of hand. I don't know what to tell you. It's always like this here. All right, let me check Twitter and see if we have any more reports. And this is the broad area. It's a bit of a broader area of circulation out here in Arkansas, approaching Winslow, just north of Chester. Again, if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom, away from windows, lowest floor possible. And don't be like the people in Chester that are looking out their window. That is not safe, by the way. Or looking out on their patio or whatever it is. It's honest, I have no clue where Fort Leonard is. But the main concern really across the entire line is just damaging winds, with a couple of tornadoes still being possible. Recap Oklahoma at the end. I don't think my voice will be able to handle that, to be honest with you. Shirley, I hope she was okay. Sorry to hear that. No problem, Gary. Just lost power in Crawford County. Here's the latest scan. If we have a tornado, it would be rain wrapped near Floss, Arkansas, just north of Fort Smith. Jeremy, no, there is Canada. I think Europe somewhere. Also, just west of Winslow again. That's where this tornado warning is. No, in Arkansas.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is just unbelievable. These warnings literally never end. We have another tornado warning near Alma. That is a hook echo, and this is probably going to drop too. That's northeast of Fort Smith in Arkansas. These never end. I'm going to lose my voice. Can we just stop, please? Let's chill out. Let's stop the madness. We could have a tornado, though, with this, again, near Alma. You gotta seek shelter if you're in this warning. Near Alma, Mulberry, Ozark, Altus, Alma. Again, hook echo on this storm. We also got another one up here to the north. We got two. So, again, if you're just northeast of Fort Smith and this pink polygon, you gotta seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. In an interior room of your home or building. Bada bing, bada boom. This is for Mulberry, Ozark, and Alma, Arkansas. Yes, I know, there are two. I just outlined it. Yeah, either of those could produce a tornado at any time. Here's the latest scan. Odell no longer shows on your monitor. It's kind of hard to keep everything on the screen at once. We could have two different tornadoes right now on the ground. I'm trying to check here. 1, 2. Those are the two areas that we're looking. That looks like a tornado near... This is updated. We may have a tornado right now just south of Mountainsburg and also near Alma. There could be two different tornadoes on the ground. The velocities haven't updated, but that is possibly two tornadoes right now on the ground here. That are moving east. There are legitimately two different areas of rotation, and they're both relatively strong. There could be two tornadoes on the ground right now. If we go back to the CC and match that up, so this is the CC. So we got... Get this off here. that right there, let me circle these again. So this is a CC drop potentially on Alma, and then this would be the one near Mountainburg. Let's match that up with the hooks. They both make sense. So there could be 2 tornadoes on the ground right now. One near Mountainburg, and then the other one near Alma, Arkansas. Can't confirm it officially because the velocities are being stubborn and not updating, but that is what we're looking at right now. We could have 2 different tornadoes on the ground here, moving eastbound. The Alma one doesn't look super impressive, but this one up near Mountainburg just updated. That one looks stronger. So we could have a tornado here near Mountainburg. Can't really officially confirm it, but obviously if you're in the warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. I mean, again, we got 2 different hook echoes here that are both trying to produce a tornado. And we're looking at area 1 right here, and then area 2 back down near Alma. And the rotation that's back up in Odell is broadening out. All right, now. Here's the latest scan. It's hard to confirm any of this stuff. The velocities updates are just being very stubborn tonight. With that said, we may have a tornado south of Mountainburg, and possibly near Alma. We got 2 areas of rotation again on this storm. They're both trying to produce a tornado if they've not already. Eating a cold Chick-fil-A waffle fry. I mean, again, more than likely, we at least have one of these storms that are on the ground right now for a tornado. One near Alma and one near Mountainburg. Ozark, Mulberry, and Arkansas are the next in track for this. So once again, you've got to seek shelter if you're in this warning. Away from windows, lowest floor possible. The one southeast of Alma looks like it's on the ground for sure. And then the one near Mountainburg is a bit more questionable, but that one also could be on the ground. So again, if you're in this warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. Northeast of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Near Interstate 40. How am I still going? I could not tell you. We're about to hit the 15-hour mark. The weather has not ended at all. We still have tons of tornado warnings out there. I'm not going to lie, that cold fry actually was not bad. I need to do another one. Next radar scan should be in here in a second. Thank you, Scott. Isn't it creepy that 12,000 people are watching you eat? One way to put it. I do think the this Alma storm here, it could be on the ground. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, we got a CC drop on the one east of Alma. I think that is on the ground. You know, 3 scans in a row, there's been a CC drop on that. That one's a little bit weaker now, but there's still something there just southwest of Mulberry. That's more than likely on the ground. They haven't officially confirmed this, but that's more than likely on the ground right now, east of Alma. And then the one just east of Mountainburg is like occluded, at least for the time being, or a bit weaker. But that area of rotation would be right up in here. Right there. That actually could still be on the ground. It's kind of hard to tell. We got a lot of pixels popping up on here. Never mind. That rotation near Mountainburg, that's strong. We probably have a tornado there. It's not great. It's not a great visual here on the velocities. It's still not a great visual, but that tornado has a, you know, definitive CC drop right over near Mountainburg. Should update here in a second. That would be your CC drop presumably here on the east side of Mountainburg. So there again, there could be a tornado with either one of these areas, but there's one, if the tornado is still on the ground, it'd be east of Mountainburg going towards Highway 23, and the other one's right now just southwest of Mulberry going towards Ozark and Mulberry, Arkansas. But again, either one of these could be on the ground right now. Fort Smith is just wind right now. I'm not seeing any rotation back that direction. This is now officially confirmed.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
They didn't specify which one was on the ground, but they did. I mean, I'm guessing both these are on the ground. At this point, that they just didn't really specify. So we have two tornadoes on the ground right now. We got one right up here east of Mountainburg, and we have the other one just southwest of Mulberry, Arkansas. So if you're in this warning, once again, you got to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. If you know any friends or family in this area, give them a call or text and make sure that they're prepared. I just went to the wrong screen by accident. But yeah, give them a call or text, make sure that they're awake, because there are two tornadoes right now on the ground east of Mountainburg, Arkansas, and also just east of Alma near Mulberry and Ozark, right along Interstate 40. Too late for the Weather Channel to be covering tornado warnings? I have no clue. For this Weather Channel, apparently we're still live and it's 4 a.m. my time. Gonna draw it out, trying to eat. Still hungry. Tornado warning, by the way, back up in Missouri has ended. Or actually, sorry, in Arkansas has ended. The one in Missouri for Marys, Missouri still continues. That will go all the way until... I don't even know when. We got another tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Can we chill out with these Missouri tornado warnings, please? Let's have this threat end once and for all. New area of rotation. It's pretty broad, but it's near Vandalia and Ladonia, Missouri. If you're in this warning, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, near center, south of Perry in Missouri. You know, that right now is moving northeast. Yeah, we still got more than likely at least one, if not two, tornadoes on the ground in Arkansas. That would be one of them, and the other one would be up here just east of Mountainburg. This is just northeast of Fort Smith. It's been just unbelievable today. I expected this, though. I mean, I said this last night, literally. I literally said this last night before we went live today. We could be live anywhere from like 2 o'clock all the way until 6 a.m. We've basically been live from 12 until now 3 a.m. So, just for the record, I did expect to be live this long. We at least were prepared ahead of time. I remember you said that. I'm glad somebody remembered. I didn't lie when I said that. I'm not door dashing. I mean, you know, by the way, the tornado warning for Marys County in Missouri has now ended. We still have this confirmed tornado storm near Mulberry. The one that's south of Mulberry is weaker. The area east of Mountainburg is probably still on the ground. If not, there's at least damaging winds there. So again, if you're in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, northeast of Fort Smith, and then the one back over in Missouri, back over near Rails and the Audrain County area. Continue to stay in your safe place if you're in that warning. Forgot the hours. How do you not go insane with this chat? I love looking at the chat. I look at chat all the time. These storms should weaken by sunrise, at least in Illinois. But the threat here in Arkansas probably going to continue for at least a few more hours. Oh my god. That's another time I sneezed. I've sneezed an exponential amount of times in the last few streams comparatively to what I used to sneeze. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe just allergies. I couldn't tell you.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is never ending. We got another tornado warning. This one's near Winslow. Middle of nowhere. I don't see any towns. It's very minimal areas near like Hazel Valley, Combs, St. Paul. St. Paul's probably the most populated area there. Just south of Elkins and east of Winslow in Arkansas. If you're in this tornado warning, once again, seek shelter away from windows, the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. Thank you, Charm, by the way, for the $10 donation. I do appreciate that. No message, but I do appreciate your generosity. Still got a CC drop near Mulberry, so this is still a tornado on the ground here near Mulberry. It's going to be going towards Popping, Meg, Webb City, Ozark, Altus. Still a confirmed tornado. Again, if you're in this tornado warning, you got to seek shelter. We still got a confirmed tornado here near Mulberry, moving eastbound. This specific tornado, I think, is just redeveloped. It may have dissipated before, but it definitely just redeveloped. Thank you, Vibes, for the $9.99. I appreciate it. Thank you, Christine, as well, for the $4.99. If you're just tuning in, this is a tornado that will be approaching Popping, Ozark, here in Arkansas. Again, if you're in Ozark, you got to get to your safe place. There's still a tornado there. We got a tornado warning north of this. More rural area back over east of Winslow that could have a tornado also at any time. Might have a CC drop near Sunset, but can't confirm that quite yet. But definitely still a tornado near Mulberry. It's right on track right now for Ozark. If you're in Ozark, Arkansas, you gotta seek shelter. Storm's right on track for you right now. Latest scan does show it a bit weaker, at least occluded maybe. I'm not seeing as much of a CC drop. Again, that's moving eastbound right now. Let me just double check here. All right, so we don't have anything confirmed right now, but if there's a tornado still on the ground, it would be near Popping, going towards Ozark, and the other area up to the north as a broader area of rotation. More of a wind concern right now east of Mountain Berg on this storm in Arkansas. I just posted on Twitter, we are still live at 4 a.m. Eastern. Wow. And then this person mentions me back and says, or basically mentions back at me and literally gives me a copy and paste definition of the word sleep. It's a noun and it gives you a full definition on Twitter. Fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you, sports. Appreciate that a lot. Thanks for telling me what sleep is. Helps out a lot. I'm glad I got the formal definition. I'm a madman right now. I don't know why I'm still alive. All right, that's the other area of rotation. We got one up here to the north, and we got Mulberry 1 looks weaker. Not that black circle. It'd be like right here. We may have another tornado on the ground. It's kind of hard to tell, but we may have another tornado on the ground east of Mountainburg in a very rural area. If it's not on the ground, it could drop at any time. Moving to the east. You can sleep in Iowa. You can sleep anywhere that you want as long as you're not in like a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, it's mostly just wind and lightning, but maybe an isolated tornado.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
A new confirmed tornado warning now for this storm in Arkansas. Again.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So that right there is your tornado. That is again confirmed and on the ground, moving towards Highway 16, very rural parts here of Arkansas. But is yet again another confirmed tornado on this activity. This is just unbelievable. Yeah, let's move northeast. Confirmed tornado in Arkansas. That's again north of Ozark. The good news is that this is very rural areas once again of Arkansas, like St. Paul, Pettigrew, Boston. Very rural areas. The storm back here to the south near Mulberry, that one does not look like it's on the ground anymore. But still stay in your safe place if you're in Ozark. The tornado watch has been canceled for most of Oklahoma. Good chunk of Arkansas still under that watch. We still got a tornado warning northwest of St. Louis near Quincy, or south of Quincy. Not seeing really any rotation on that storm, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a couple tornadoes near St. Louis. We still got QLCSs going. So those storms definitely still going right now. With at least some level of a threat for a tornado. But yeah. We've had too many tornadoes to count now in Arkansas already. This is the latest radar scan. Looks a bit broader on this scan. The one near Ozark, we'll check in a second. Yeah, temporary mod. No, it's fine. Whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. Tree fell into my brother's house in Knox County, Missouri. Winds not sure if it was a tornado or it was just they were under a tornado warning. It might have been winds, it could have been a tornado. Depends on a lot of things. I'm not seeing anything on the Ozark storm. So that tornado that was on the ground near Ozark, it's still broadened out. And it could still drop something. And then the other storm that's moving northeast is still confirmed for sure. But the one that's currently back down near Ozark is a bit broader right now. It's trying to organize, but it's definitely not there. But this tornado definitely still has a CC drop. That's the debris signature right there. East of Mountainburg, going to be going eventually northeast towards Boston and Pettigrew in Arkansas. So, yeah. Still a very active night ahead. Yeah. Yeah, again, we focus on any tornadoes that are in progress or anything like that firsthand, and then, you know, other than that, we'll kind of zoom out and look a little bit. Isn't May the best time of the year? We were live 25 times in April out of 30 days. 25 days, or 25 times. You know, I hope May is not like that. I would like a break, at least for like a week. It'd be nice. Give my voice a break, all that sort of stuff. Let's just chill out, you know? Let's make May less bad than it already is. Let's have, like, you know, a break at some point after Thursday, please. Thank you, Brandon, for the $9.99. Thunderstorm woke me up. What's going on in Troy, Missouri? I don't even know where Troy, Missouri is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh my god.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, let's stop with the tornado warnings. Goodness gracious. Got 4 tornado warnings all in the same area, which that's because of the CWA region, but yeah, 4 different tornado warnings here. 3 of them for, I mean, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. So it's 3 areas of rotation on 4 different warnings. And if you are in any of these warnings, the pink polygons, you gotta seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building in these areas. Troy, Missouri, right now we're just looking at wind, but maybe a brief tornado. There's a little bit of rotation to your west, but it's not much. This is ridiculous, I have to say. This is unbelievable. We still got tornado warnings. It is unbelievable. And we also have, you know, we had a confirmed tornado at least, but I don't think it's on the ground anymore. There's also possibly a tornado now on the ground near Crosses and Patrick. Possibly a CC drop on this. Yeah. We got an outbreak of tornadoes happening now in Arkansas. We got another tornado on the ground now near Crosses and Patrick. That's another debris signature. So this is now a confirmed tornado moving to the northeast.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
I'm loving this channel so much. That's fantastic. I just want to go to bed. These tornadoes are endless. This is, again, another tornado that's on the ground. Near Highway 16, south of Elkins. Again, the good news is that this is pretty rural areas, but, you know, regardless of it being rural, it's still very, you know, could be definitely life-changing for some people. But that storm's definitely on the ground now, just southeast of West Fork, just south of Elkins. And if you're in this warning, you gotta seek shelter. It's not officially confirmed, but that's definitely a debris signature. I mean, I don't know what else it would be if it wasn't. But that right there is a tornado that is in progress. Yeah, I mean, the other tornadoes I don't think are on the ground anymore, but that debris signature now near Highway 16, that is a, you know, a tornado that is definitely in progress right now near Crosses and Patrick, near Cannon Creek and Thompson here in Arkansas. So that is a confirmed tornado that is moving northeast. I'm so tired. You're saying that. We've been live now for 15 straight hours. It's been the longest live streaming in history of our channel, and also the most hours in a row that we've been live. It's been insane. All right, I'll be back in 60 seconds. I gotta pee. I'll be back. And this is a confirmed tornado near Crosses, Patrick, and Cannon Creek and Thompson in Arkansas. Be right back. All right. I think this is just upgraded confirmed. Yeah. All right. Confirmed tornado on the storm now near Crosses and Patrick. The debris signature is right there on Crosses. So that tornado is going right through Crosses right now. Moving northeast towards Asher and Japton here in Arkansas. So again, if you're in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible in an interior room of your home or building. But that is a confirmed tornado. Luckily, again, it's going through mostly rural areas, but still a tornado in progress nonetheless near interstate, or not interstate, sorry, Highway 16. So I'm just typing something real quick. All right. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a tornado that is, again, confirmed. That'll be moving right through Highway 16, moving through Crosses, Patrick, and eventually going to be going right through Stacy Mountain and Massey Mountain, eventually towards Asher and Japton. There's still a debris signature on radar. That means that there's still a tornado on the ground here. Thank you, Brief, for the 199. Lost power in Fort Smith. Yeah, there's going to be power outages. Make sure you have flashlights ready. Is the biggest tornado threat St. Louis Metro or South? I would say just overall West is really the greatest threat, but even then, it's still a pretty low chance of seeing tornadoes. Overall. Alrighty. Well, this tornado is still on the ground, but it's pretty rural. We need to get sleep. I mean, it's 4:16 a.m. for me, and we got to go live again tomorrow. And we also have to go live on Wednesday and Thursday extensively. So obviously I would love to stay live with you guys, but like, you know, we got a lot more days coming. If this was the only severe weather day, we would be live for the next, you know, we would be live all the way through the entire thing. But, you know, with the fact of the matter is we have another tornado outbreak possible tomorrow in the Ohio Valley. We need to get some proper sleep to be able to function tomorrow. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the live stream there. Obviously, if you are needing coverage, I don't know if there's much on YouTube or anything like that. There might be, I really don't know, but you know, make sure that you're just staying tuned to local weather alerts. If you need a weather app, you can download Radar Omega with the top link in the description below. I do appreciate Radar Omega for sponsoring today's live stream. Quick reminder, if you do want a Drunk NATO t-shirt, you can pick one up. The link will be in the chat. But otherwise, all that stuff, we're done. We've been live for long enough, and I am super tired. We've been live again for 15 and a half almost hours now straight, so have had literally no breaks of action. But again, if you're in any tornado warnings tonight, just make sure that you have your tornado action plan ready. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below, like the stream as well. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I really appreciate, by the way, everybody tuning in. I mean, we've had over 12,000 viewers even at 4 in the morning for me, so I'm glad I can help a lot of you guys out. So again, I do appreciate all you guys a lot. Thank you to anybody that super chatted, donated, became a member today. If you did something as simple as subscribing or liking, I do appreciate the stream, or do appreciate you, sorry. And also, if you did buy any merch, I really do appreciate your support as well. All of our social media links and all of those links are in the description below to merch, and all that stuff basically is in the description below. All right, so you can check it out. And social media like Twitter, Facebook, all that sort of stuff. Follow us there. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be live tomorrow afternoon for more tornado outbreak coverage, or sort of tornado outbreak coverage in the Ohio Valley. All right, have a great night, and thank you also, Davis, for becoming a minimum velocity member. We'll see you guys all again soon, and have a great, safe rest of your night. Please stay safe and have multiple ways to receive alerts.